All right.
Mama, I made it.
It's weird. We're
Hold on.
we're live sooner than the other
this on my
Monday
ear.
show.
Hey.
Felt weird. It's weird. I feel like
This
I'm
time
cheating.
It's not CP time.
I feel like
Cheating.
I'm cheating. I'm cheating on
right?
Mondays.
Fucking cheating on
I'm
Mondays.
cheating on a Monday night.
I fucking feel it.
Fuck it.
I feel it too.
Hey,
Better
do-
than a
hey,
10-day
I got one
Tuesday.
question for you guys.
What's up?
Do you transform, bro?
Hey, let's go.
Let's find out.
Dude, how did you skate those past YouTube?
It's me.
Bravo. What is going on, party people? It is your boy Eric B, and I am here with some of my good buddies for another episode of Do You Even Transform, Bro? Not that one, not the other one, not the one people were thinking.
I was about to say right.
Had them going for a minute. Had
what's
them
a right?
going.
we haven't run out of the box. Right. Out to transform, bro. What?
It's been a minute.
People need to start buying shit. That's what it is.
Hey, yo, it's been a drought. It's definitely be a drought, but
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna get into that a little later, man. But first and foremost, we got a full panel, and also ETR is taking a break, which gives us an opportunity to bring you guys some different content tonight. I am joined by Mr. Oscar. Oscar, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good. Hey,
Pretty good.
we got
up,
Dust
dude?
in the building. Shout out to
Yo,
Dust.
yo. What's up, people?
Mr. Hurricane B. Is that button there? Ah, man.
It's me.
In the building.
What's up, people?
Shirt almost ripped. That was intense.
Hey, guys, let us know about the levels, people. Let us know how the levels are. I'm still working that shit out.
What up? What up?
Yo, I got Derek B in the building.
What's up, everybody?
My brother and B's.
I only
And
got two
Rusty.
sound effects for us.
just a couple. And I got Rusty joining us tonight. What's up, buddy? How you feeling?
It's been a minute, guys.
Beer game on fleek. Let's go.
I was a little worried there, dude, man. I hit you up, you didn't get me back, and I looked at your Facebook and was like, "Yes, post in a couple weeks," and I'm thinking he is in Canada. There is some fires up there,
Yeah.
and I'm like hoping you're
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
man. So hopefully everything's okay up there for you, man.
Yeah, everything in our area is good, but yeah, it's been crazy. Across the country, I had no idea that it was spread out that much until people started hitting me like you guys and some.
Oh,
of the,
we knew last week that it was something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but,
heavy down this way.
but there was I was so engrossed in like the stuff that was happening around me, right? And then like some of the
Yeah.
other guys, like you guys that were pinging me, like, "Hey man, are you okay up there?" And I started looking at the news. I was like, "Jesus Christ, the entire country's on fire."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I felt like
It's been crazy.
Seinfeld with the fucking Kenny Rogers chicken sign. Everything's all red. Like, roads and cods are all messed up. Road rods and cones. Hey, I'm off tonight, people.
Yeah, he is off and I am up. It is me, your boy again, Eric B, humbly here with an opportunity to take the main seat, man. So I want to thank you guys for giving me that chance.
Yeah, man.
But I do want to go around here to the panel and just get a lay of the land, man. It's been a minute since we've been together, so let's catch up really quick. Oscar, how you been, bud?
Banter
I've been
time,
good.
people.
It's been a crazy couple of months, man. A lot of stuff popping off at work. Put myself out there a couple of times for the art stuff. Got turned down. That's cool. Now
It's
I'm
all
just
right.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put it to paper and show people what they're missing out on. So
There you go.
It's all good, man.
And my stores
all
are
right,
getting
we curse
slammed with product.
We're not monetized. You can say.
And it's like, oh, I got cop that. Oh, I'm a cop that. Oh, I'm a cop that. And then I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. And then my boss is like, hey, guess what? You got a raise. I was like, you motherfucker. So I'm a cop that, and I'm a cop that, and then I'm like, damn, okay then. I'm like, I'm
That
sitting
raise
there,
ran out.
I'm sitting there like, damn, dude, like, because unfortunately, I'm not going to BotCon. I had to make a decision between there and TFCon.
What?
No, I am going to be going to TFCon, and it's like, I'm about to fucking, like, ball out at TFCon at this rate. Okay.
Oh,
That's a
no.
Florida,
Why don't you just
right?
save half of
Yeah,
it,
because
though?
well, TFCon.
Oh, yeah, that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's
get
like
it.
me
You got to be
saying
where the
I'm going to
family is.
BotCon because it's right over there in New Jersey.
Right.
It's right there.
Yeah, I get
You know, he's from Queens and all.
I get it. It's around the corner. You got a couple of peeps, I'm sure you know, local to you are gonna go. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
there's
like a
gonna be some
meetup.
Rome peeps at TFCon.
Yeah. So it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm disappointed, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
You have no idea. It's like there's finally
Sell the
there's
comic,
TFCon.
all right? Start selling
It's
the
like
comic.
it's TFCon in Orlando. I'm like, yo, that's like an hour and change drive from here. Word. And then BotCon in New Jersey. I can visit friends and
3-hour flight.
family.
Yeah.
That's a 3-hour flight, and I don't have to buy a hotel room. I'll just crash with
Queens
these
isn't
people.
that far.
Yeah, Queens, New Jersey.
It's an ongoing joke.
Hey, man, Spirit
You know,
Airlines
you know.
has some great rates. I'm just
Man,
saying.
if you fly Spirit, bro, come on, man.
I already
Don't
did.
ever-
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oscar, you're pretty tall, right? You about how tall are you?
About 6'1".
Yeah, see, a Spirit flight.
You got
won't be
a
good
milk.
for
You got a
bro.
milk crate strapped to the
won't be
wing.
Yo, he gonna
chicken
sit
cage.
in cargo in the luggage compartments.
It's chickens and
When
Is it
I flew-
Spirit or JetBlue? Which one?
JetBlue's fine.
JetBlue's
JetBlue's
okay.
alright. JetBlue's
Spirit,
cool.
Spirit
Very
has to be like my worst experience ever. I went to Arizona last year to visit my buddy Matt, and the flight out there was okay. The flight back was a nightmare because I got every like stereotype about like the bad airline flight I experienced. Like Murphy's Law hit. I got stuck between two people, and I'm a big dude, man. I'm a fat guy. I'm not gonna lie, but I got stuck between two bigger people than me, and then.
sandwich.
Behind me was some kid kicking the seat, right? Because he's watching his his little anime or whatever. And then in front of me was a crying baby. And then they're handing out snacks, and I'm just like, you know what? I feel like if I'm gonna raise my hand, this one's gonna snatch it, and I'm just gonna be hungry anyway. So
Yo, you've literally had every stereotype that you could on the flight at one time.
I would have
That's
just
so-
said, "Can I have a bottle of something? Here's my credit card. I don't care how much it costs. I'm
I was
getting
like-
knocked the fuck out."
I ordered an old fashioned. I expected a cup instead that comes in a can, right? So I was like, you know what? Just make it two of them. It's a long flight. And then like the guy next to me was like, well, I guess someone's a little thirsty here, and I'm all like,
None of your
could barely
business.
breathe.
I'm not gonna act up. Shut up.
Right.
I was like, just chugging them back, dude. Just chugging.
That's
I'm
why
just like,
I love first class, because by the time the people board, you're already on your second.
Spirit don't have it.
Look at this guy.
No, I'm
No.
not saying Spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit first class, you're right next to the pilot. You're co-pilot. And you just look over, you're like, yo, bro, can I take this one down? All right, yeah. Pay the price for that.
Your pilot's name is Hector, where he goes up to you, man, my friends call me Cholo out in the street, bro. You know how to fly, Holmes? No? You gonna learn today, vato? At least I say, vamos a hablar.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I had Spirit booked when I was supposed to go to BotCon last year, because it was the last flights that worked for the day that I wanted to go. It was me, Dom, and Ace was on the same flight. Of course, I couldn't go, whatnot, but everybody said you're not going to get your money back. I knew I wasn't going to get my money back, but I did try and call. And when I hit the 3 button for refund, you get
They hang up on you.
That's all you heard was a it was like the Joker.
It was a
in
Joker
Batman, Batman. That's all you get.
That's
And I was
what's
like, all
up.
right,
Wow.
I'm getting.
Yo,
I'm
I
not getting
remember
that $600
traveling-
back.
I remember the first and last time I traveled on Spirit, they had an ashtray still in the car. Wow. It's a wrap. What did you just sign me up for? It's a wrap.
You should have just fired up and said, "Hey, it's there."
Never again. At that point, I knew. I was like, either this plane is the last one from that fleet, or you guys have no money. Either way, I'm never flying it again.
Can we check all the nuts and bolts before we leave?
Exactly. Everything's tied down. All right, cool.
The person sitting next to Eric was like, "You want to put this out for me, bro? I appreciate it, man. They don't know I got this."
I'm not getting on a Spirit flight to fly to the next state, let alone.
Never.
No,
Don't
no.
do it.
Man.
I don't do it. I'd rather pay the
Yeah, I
extra
mean, I had
$100
no
month.
choice, man. I had first class tickets all ready to go, and then we weren't sure what was going on with the show, so I waited and waited. So
You hear that?
Dust
you
his
choppy.
microphone. It's broken.
Choppy.
Yeah, roboting, which is kind of
how about now? Is it better
appropriate
now?
for
Yeah,
today.
Weird.
You're good.
There you
It
go.
was just a little sad.
Is-
Just a little bit
am I
sad.
Mint.
better now? Yeah.
Mint.
Hey, shout out to buying an $800 computer for streaming.
Yeah. Space Bridge was starting to,
Yeah.
interfere.
I don't know.
Well,
I did
that's
open,
why-
I
while
did
we're
open
in-
up something. So
Oh, did you? You
am I
got something you
better?
want to show us a little later, huh? Yeah, no, you're great. You're great.
no.
Well,
I
while we're in
opened up the settings to adjust settings. Am I good now? Am I robot
you're
anymore?
perfect.
Am I
bro.
fucking-
No, you're
Perfect.
good.
all right. I'm
You're
not
always
Yeah,
good,
man.
Dust.
fucking thing.
Hands up. Hands up.
Fucking touching the thing, except for this.
Well, Dust, while we're on your block, man, how was your week, man? How's everything
It's
for
fine.
you?
I took enough time, man. I'm good. Took a day today to relax and deal with some personal shit, but I'm here hanging out with you guys, having a good time, man.
You feeling
Spirit
rested?
Airlines. Ugh. You know what the funny thing is? I went to bed super early yesterday. I slept pretty good through the night. The new mattress is the shit for me. I'm sleeping a lot more than
Good.
than I'm not
That's
sleeping.
good.
And I got up at like 5 o'clock to call out, of course, because I had to take care of some personal things.
Playing hooky.
And I couldn't go back to bed. So you do the Instagram reels for 2 hours. You time travel for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and your phone's at like
Good
22%.
night.
And I'm like, man, I gotta get up. So I got up, made some breakfast, made this killer scrambled egg bacon burrito. Bang. I laid on the couch to watch a movie, and I was like, for another 3
Back to
hours.
sleep.
For another 3 hours. I'm like, what's going on with me? My body was just
Welcome
like,
to
bro,
diabetes.
yeah, bro, you need to chill. You need to chill. My body was just like, I need to relax. So,
Oh man.
so
Yeah, man. That's what's
I
up,
was in
man.
that
Well, I'm glad
coma,
you
but-
glad you got some rest in, but
yeah, man, I'm glad we're
Yes.
doing this tonight, man. Like, we couldn't get everybody together, and tonight was supposed to be our 400th episode for ETR. It's been 8 years. It's 8 years, June 15th. So this is pretty much around the time where we usually the Realm's birthday is probably about 6 to 7 months earlier. So we kind of just rounded up to this. So not everybody was available. So I was like, look, man, let's just skip tonight and we'll just do it next week when everybody's available. And I'm sure we could have we could have just been me and Jose just looking at each other all night long. We would have had some sort of content tonight. There's always something to do. So
yeah, man.
with as much as everybody loved, do you even can I even talk show, bro?
How many?
Those
How many?
transform-
point sevens, those point
Only
sevens.
6 or 7. It's the .7. Man. It's the point. I got the 7.0s on me. Man. So
Stop touching shit.
I
Jesus
said I was off
Christ.
tonight. This is why I'm not driving.
Hands above the table.
I
What are you
did want to
doing?
drive tonight. Up, they're up. But
Distracted over there.
we just figured next week would be better. So tune in next week for ETR. We have our 8th anniversary, 400th episode. So it's probably
Yeah, man.
just going to be.
That's
We're
what's
trying to
up.
plan something different.
be
So we'll
nice.
see what's up. So.
Yes,
Get
sir.
around
Yes, sir.
for that.
But other than that, I'm glad
Yeah,
we could get everybody together. So
Brown.
when we said we are going to do this, I was like, all right, what worked the last time? I was like, okay, Oscar worked, you worked, this one worked. I was like, Jose, I know we're off Monday, but do you want to be there? He's like, yeah, I'm there. And I'm like, all right, man, let's go. Boom, hit up Rusty, waited, didn't hear from him in a minute, started worrying.
He big time.
he was under the
big time.
scorched
Well,
earth.
then I went to his IG. I went to his IG and I saw it was pretty active, and I'm like, all right, let me give him a day. If not, we'll just find someone else. We'll just,
Yeah, you got social stalked.
we'll crowbar someone else in, man. I was like, fuck it, we'll just crowbar someone else in. There's plenty of people. But I don't want. I mean, I would love for this to be like a set cast, but I like there to be diversity and change it up with
absolutely.
different people and different people in the community and other communities and other Transformer fans. Maybe
Yeah, man.
going in the future, we could go from 6 to 8 You know what I mean? Slowly make a transition, but
Yeah, slowly. You got to ease yourself into
10.
that.
We could fit
Yeah, man.
10 in here.
as long as people, yeah, but you know what that turns into?
Blah, 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 blah.
Of course.
It's worse than me drinking.
Step on session.
But
Yo.
yeah, it'd be cool to just get some. If people are digging it, let us know. Let us know if you're digging this. We'll try to get this out there more often.
Of course.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. As usual.
I'm done.
Well, Jose, my gym bro.
Yo.
How you feeling, brother? Yes, sir.
Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm good, guys. Happy Monday, as I would usually say here in this spot. Happy to be here with you guys. Yo, like, listen, I also took the old man nap. I saw y'all in the chat talking earlier about them naps. I
that's the
needed it
thing.
myself. I feel like I've been napping all weekend, man.
Nap, 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 nap.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You know, sometimes I think you need it at our age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get that little power nap in, and
What
then
do
you're
you
just
guys-
like ready to just finish.
You-
your
our
day.
You
age-
guys, that's where I was going. At our age, how old are you? Look at me. Look at me.
Look, man.
You guys
Listen,
just
It looks like
Yeah,
Rusty
man.
Mechanic seeing a ghost.
right.
it's like when you hit
What
those
is-
40s, you start to see it. It
40s.
starts to hit you, bro.
That's it.
It
Rusty was
starts to
like,
hit you.
he's looking
We're in
at
our
me,
40s.
Listen,
Ray.
You guys- you guys
Rusty,
are- you in
you
your
gonna pretend like
40s.
when you ain't hit your 40, it ain't start to be like, oh, I need another nap. And I
You
can
guys
have
are-
another
Hey,
nap.
I'm
I
not
can have another
ashamed.
nap.
Everybody knows I'm 51 years old, probably the oldest one in the realm.
Okay, so all right, then I feel better because I'm in the same realm as Dusty over there. So much
you know
closer
what?
to Dusty than the rest of you guys.
As
over
much
there,
as
so-
you guys don't know, there's a lot of people that are creeping up behind us. So it don't
Facts,
matter.
yeah, yeah.
There you go.
That's,
Don't
Facts.
matter.
that's
I
me.
still
I'm
act
not
like I'm
different.
25. I'm the modern day Peter Pan. All right.
Shout out to Robert D and his 52-year-old ass.
What
That's
up,
what's
Rob?
up, though. But you got
But,
some rest, Jose? Got a little
yeah.
nap in?
Got the old
some
man
rest.
nap.
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm thankful for the 3-day weekend. Happy Juneteenth, everybody
Sweet.
out there.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
right.
I mean, like, it feels good to, I always love the 3-day weekends, man. Like, I would do anything. Like, I would work the
I
12
love a
hours a
weekend.
day or whatever just to get the third day off every single week. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we need to do 3-day weekends. Because,
Here
you know
comes
what?
Dust again. I get 1 day off a week. It's
Listen,
what I chose, people.
I'm thankful. I do the Monday through Friday weekends, every weekend and holidays off. Like, I'm thankful for that. I was that guy grinding, working every other weekend for a long time.
Yeah, I would
You
love
earned
to
it.
have that.
That was me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, those 2 days really ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Friday you're working. Saturday it's like, okay, you're doing all your home
You're
shit,
unwinding,
catching
you're doing
up.
shit at home.
And then
Sunday-
Sunday you think you could
gotta
rest,
rest
but then
up
you're
from Monday.
stressing. You're
Your
stressing. fucking
anxiety
Monday.
is you gotta go
You know
back
what
to
I'm
work.
saying?
Yeah.
So that third day is like always like, okay, I'm relaxed. I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to do my thing tomorrow. You know, so
See, I would
I
love to
enjoy
do 10 to 12 hour work days. 4
I would do that. I would do that all day. All
I would
day
do,
just
but in
to
my
get that third
business,
day
it's
off.
not going to happen.
Yeah,
I
it's not-
chose
it's not
this, and this is
feasible.
what I got to live.
Yeah, it depends.
But you
It
know,
depends.
weekends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what's up.
I'm
This
blessed,
is my
I feel
weekend.
like. But I'm happy to be here, guys. Ready to discuss all the robits and stuff. Ready to have a good
Robits,
time.
we love to hear about
And,
robits.
cheers to everybody. Cheers to everybody out there. Throw them up if you're drinking.
Cheers. Oh,
I got a little water action.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little water. He's got a 64 ounce
That's
water.
it. That's 64
Hey,
for sure.
On point,
Yep.
baby. On
You know what I
point.
mean?
I used to
I
drink
gotta get my
64
gallon
ounces of
in.
Ballantine back in the day.
So normally in the
Ballantine
winter
made a
time.
64 ounce Ballantine beer back in the day.
Yikes.
I used to,
Bro.
dude, on the corner in the
that
wintertime.
was-
That's
yeah,
what
the
we
paper-
got.
the
the
brown
I got
paper
the
bag?
six- Nah, it had a jug. It had one of those loops in the jug handle, like a big
Oh,
wine
like the
bottle.
old wine
Yeah,
bottle.
You
Yeah.
just kick it 64 ounces of Ballantine.
Yikes.
So, dude, with that 64-ounce bottle, we used to drink the Crazy Horse, and we used to
Yo.
drink. We used to drink it because it had the old man with the beard on the bottle, right? We
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
drink
Crazy
it down.
Horse was.
We drank it down to the beard, right, which was about half of that 64 ounce, and then we poured in a 20-ounce Hawaiian punch, and we called those fruities, and we used to just chug those all day.
Then they came out to St. Ides special brew,
Yes,
which basically was
it's
St.
the same
Ides and
thing.
fruit
It's
juice.
the same
Yeah.
thing. Yes.
Hey, it's
Exactly.
40 talk here tonight on Monday.
We
40
were
ounce
making
talk.
our own back in the 90s when we weren't supposed to be drinking beers as teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Sounds
You know,
about
back
right.
in the 1900s, shout out to the rude girl at Walmart.
The moonshine. The snake oil Willie guy would pull up.
I mean, you talk about that, man. I'm reminiscent of like my my like late teens in Jersey City drinking Old E.
Yeah, that was it for me.
Front steps of our fucking building and just getting freaking being like, oh, this ain't shit. I ain't drunk. You stand up. Yeah, man.
Yeah, OE was the first one for me, man. That was
Got
the
your
first.
knees.
Yep.
Other than when I was a kid and your dad gives you that and you take the picture with the old Rheingold can when you're a kid in the 70s. But my first beer was actually about 15 years old. Like four of us badasses grabbed some change and we got a quart of OE. And the only way we got it was we said it was for old man. What I forgot the dude's name. There was this old guy who was like, the little guy drunk
The
in the
neighborhood
project.
wino.
Yeah.
They didn't
So
give
we
a
said
fuck
he
back
sent
in the
us
day.
over.
They sold the shit to us.
Yeah, but we said he sent us over here, and they got us the court, and there's four of us in the project stairways. We had 6 floors. We were in the stairs right to the roof, and we were splitting it. It was like a Saturday afternoon, 4 of us. We split it. We were wrecked. Sunday morning, what do? We all met up with more change.
Of course.
It was cheap back
course.
then. Shit was
Yep,
cheap.
it was like
cheap.
$1.65 for a quart of OD back then. But
So
yeah.
back in the day when I was younger, man, we used to see the drunks, and they'd be drinking all day at the park, and they'll get up and they had that little wobble. And we used to say they
Yep.
forgot their knees. They forgot their knees when they got up. Like, yeah, he forgot his knees. He done. He done. They still sitting down. But yo, speaking about forgetting your knees, what's up, old man Derek?
Yo, wow.
I saw that video.
Whoa, dancing, yeah.
Y'all not playing that video on here. Okay, cool.
No, I ain't gonna do you
I
like
can.
that.
Dude,
I'm
yo.
not
That
that
man
far.
was
Let me
holding
bring it
on
up.
for
Let me
dear
bring it up
life.
real
He was holding on for dear life.
Okay. So Father's Day weekend. Hey, first of all, shout out to my kids,
happy
man.
Father's Day to everybody. That's
Yeah,
Happy
Father's Day.
happy
Yeah,
Father's
yeah.
Day. Hey, yo,
should have started that off with that.
man. First of all, shout out to my kids and also, them kids. Anyway, I was like, so we went to AwesomeCon over the weekend, and it's basically a mini New York Comic Con in DC.
Nice.
So,
Hey, was it awesome?
oh, it was very,
Nice.
it was awesome till.
I gotta say, man, I like that photo you posted though. I
Yeah,
really
it was
like that.
awesome.
Like, just ironically, it was awesome. But I like the fact that this is them when they were younger. This is them now.
Yeah, that was so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
With them having like little munchkins,
Same
now you got
steps.
giants behind you.
Same
Yeah.
steps, basically
Yep.
the same
Yeah,
stuff.
that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, they love it there. That and Baltimore Comic Con, they love, and I love taking them anytime they want to go. So
Nice.
it's like anytime they be like, you still going this year? I'm like, yeah, I'm going this year. You going this? They're like, yeah, we going. All right, cool. And I told them, I said, look, this year, don't buy me nothing for Father's Day. I don't want y'all buying me nothing. Just come to AwesomeCon and let's just have fun.
That's
And
dope.
let's just ball out and just have
Nothing
fun.
better than family time, bro. There's
Yeah, man.
no
That's it.
monetary price that you could put on spending
sure
time with
can.
your fucking family, bro.
You sure
Like,
can.
That's
man.
the best
and
gift of all.
And I enjoyed every last minute with them.
That's how I feel
Up
like when I get
until
around
we
you
got
guys.
into the video game area.
Oh,
And it was
that's
like,
the softy.
Hugs, does.
Oh.
yeah.
Love you too, buddy.
My family sucks. I got a cat for a kid that doesn't want nothing to do with me. I gotta wait to Toy Cons when we're sitting in B-dubs for 9 hours to get my family done. You guys leaving yet? Nah, they were $3.99 tall boys. We're here all fucking day. I got the next round.
Hey, shout out to the Rock Father, because
Yeah.
every time I do NJCC, I feel like I'm with Dad. So it's like, yo, and it's not
I
like
hear you, Wolfie. I hear you, Wolfie.
and it's not like we're far in age, because I'm 48, so it's just
Yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah.
shout out to you, man.
So
Yo.
Wolfie, just real quick, family is not always blood related. Just
That's a
saying
fact.
that.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
without
old
a doubt.
fact.
That is
There you go.
that
Big
is
old fact.
absolutely.
I posted
right.
something today on my Facebook that it just
sure
rings
did.
rings
And I
out volumes
appreciated
to me,
that.
man. It does ring out volumes for me because
Yeah.
it's family that's a stone's throw away. It's like nothing. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
This is like, why do you guys got to live so fucking far away? I mean, there
Right.
is some local
So,
guys,
yeah.
but you know.
So, and I forgot who commented on that, but they were like, okay, so that just makes you guys related, but it doesn't, necessarily
It was
make you
Oscar,
family.
wasn't it?
Like, was it Oscar? Yeah. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. It's the truth right there. You know, like,
Yep.
it's good to know, like, and it's true. Like when I say it, like I truly consider you guys, like anybody, like that's a part of this and what we do. We interact, even if we don't interact all the time, because that's not what really it's about for me. It's just like the camaraderie that we have, our shared love for a hobby that sort of brought us all together, and like it's to me nothing but love for each and every.
Yeah,
one of
man.
you
I mean,
guys.
look,
That's
it's
absolutely
25
watching this.
minutes in, and we're just still bullshitting about how we are and what we're doing. And
Right.
and I'm sure
That's
everybody
life,
that's
yeah,
out
to
there
me.
that's
Yep.
watching this
Yep.
can understand and feel how we're feeling and become a part of it. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean?
Yep. Yep.
So that's the whole point of doing this and
Yeah.
getting everybody together. So
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
And thankfully, you know, as a group, I can also, just to piggyback off that, you can tell how much we've grown together, too. I mean, a lot of the bullshit is out. I mean, excuse my language, but, like, you know, a lot of the bull crap that permeated his way in found his way right back out. And, you know, showing that true love, that true character, and that true genuine nature won't allow it to fester here. And that's
it's not about
that's
quantity;
genuine.
it's quality.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
mean?
you know what I
It's
mean?
like-
So, like, that's
You
a
don't
big
get
shout
it?
out to what was built. You know what I mean? And that's
That
not
weight
easy.
showed itself out. So
That's a fact.
Yes.
That's a big old fact,
Yes.
And it
And
does.
all,
It's
just-
like it's not to make excuses. It's just not for everybody. Like I said, there's stages. to
Yeah.
this, so
Yeah,
you know, pick and choose. Pick and
We're an
choose.
acquired
you know?
taste.
that's a fact.
I mean, so I know I'm the new guy here, but I mean, I said it before when I first started coming on with you guys, like in the hangout and that, right? Like,
Who are you
could
again?
tell- yeah, exactly. Right? This white motherfucker.
besides Santa Claus's little brother, that's in much better shape.
What is
Yeah,
what
rest
is
in peace,
what
bro.
is happening right here?
How many ghosts did you see in your life?
I have to say, I'm so jealous
That's a
of
big
Rusty's.
Twinkie.
I'm
Yeah,
so
that's
jealous
weird.
of Rusty's.
Fears, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Rusty's a Ghostbuster because
I'm so jealous of Rusty's beard. When I try to grow up, it like furls out and it looks ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Same.
Same,
really
bro. Same. Look, this is the best I can
Same.
do, bro.
Yeah, it's like I got to
Best
keep
can
it
do,
close so it looks organized and the white
Where's
lights
my
up.
flex button? Where's my flex button?
bro. Oh yeah.
beard.
You got the wish version of the flex button.
Fuck.
I use a
But
kit,
you guys,
so.
you guys are awesome. Like, I mean,
Rusty
I
Ghostbuster.
can tell, like, all of you guys and everybody in the realm has that, like, that community, right? That vibe, right? That everybody sticks together and yeah, I don't know. I obviously don't know what you guys are talking about. I couldn't possibly see how any type of bullshit negativity could ever exist in this environment.
Oh, it
There's
does.
Ever.
Yeah, it does.
There's always something.
That's a podcast for another day.
I am the first guy in a Transformers or a toy group on YouTube that someone wished death by getting on a plane and coming to a toy con or to a TF con. So
That's a
I'll
fact.
take that. Being who I am with my children, I will take that heat. I will take the heat for the group because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Fair enough,
Over a
man.
toy.
One day it'll come out, but yeah.
Yeah.
That it for you, Derek?
And I definitely took the heat for my kid. You know, and I tried to explain it in that post, but it was like that started because of my ego in my youngest daughter. And then she was like, because she had just learned how to do it. And I said, yeah. I said, oh, you like it? She said, yeah. You know, it was real simple, but you know, I'll probably whoop you in this. And then she walked
Oh.
off. I was like,
Got him.
whoa.
Got
whoa,
him.
Whoa. Come here.
Yo,
You
we
said
ain't
what?
young anymore, bro. We ain't young anymore.
But hey, listen, but I can still play that game, and I'm coming.
Right. And here's the thing though. I've never played that game. I just watched everybody. I just watched all the kids get on it. I was the only adult dude that got on there and was like,
For anybody
"All
that
right, let's
doesn't
do
know,
it."
haven't seen the video, it's the Dance Dance Revolution game or
Yes,
something like that.
yes.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
own it on PlayStation and on Xbox, bro. I was
Yeah,
not playing with people with that
I used to
game.
have them in the bar I used to run. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
But I got on
That
it because
game
I was
that
gonna
deal.
stand on it and just do it, and then lady in the back, like she said, if you want to use the bar in the back, you can't. It's real sturdy. And I was like, basically, you called me.
She called you out.
basically
Called me
said,
out. I was like,
let's
I said,
bring
okay,
the cane
all right, cool.
to you. Give me a cane.
She said, "I got him."
and
Got
then,
him.
you know, so I did the thing. Y'all saw me doing the thing, and then, you know, when that
Fucking
mug,
Dormammu.
I got halfway through that mug and thought it was over, and it was still going. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta keep going. Shoot. So at the
Dormammu is
end,
a
I was
nut.
done.
Yeah, I'm sure.
savage.
Listen, you need some crazy cardio to be able to keep up that game, especially
Yeah,
when you go to the iPhone.
And,
It's
and
no
that
joke.
brings
Gotta
me-
eat. You gotta eat.
I got it. I'm on it. I'm on her head. I'm on
I
her
see
head.
you on that.
Wait till I
You
get
You may
down
want to
there.
use the banister to help you.
Yeah, I'm on her. I'm on her. I'm
Yeah.
on her. Let's go. Tell my niece I'm coming for her. My niece
Siobhan,
I'm coming
it's
for.
on my Facebook page, so just check it out there. So,
Hey, instead of checking it out, we'll check it out here for you. We might got a copy strike back from Derek. Derek's gonna be like, "What?
yeah,
Copyright strike, your ass."
and that brings me to this announcement. So after July 8th, because that's when I'm bringing all the, I got some of the guys from the Maryland.
Let's
the
go.
Realm group,
Let's go.
coming over. We hanging out. I'm gonna start my my workout process. So
There we
yeah,
go.
I
Hey.
gotta see how this because
Get it,
Because
bro.
it's-
Let's get it.
Yeah, me
because
too.
a double G. If double
about
G
you,
call
Oscar?
me out one more time, it's gonna be me and him. And he gonna- and
Rusty,
he
you
think-
doing it too?
I told him to stay on you. I told him,
Yeah.
I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
you stay 10 minutes from this dude, there's no reason he shouldn't be in the gym with you.
Yeah, man.
No
I'm-
reason.
And he think Project Helmsworth's gonna be something. Yeah, I'm a
Hey,
definitely
that
give
boy
him
a
run
beast,
for his
though.
money,
I'm
'cause
telling you,
I've done
that
this
boy's a
before.
beast.
I'm no stranger to it. I got cleared, my shoulder's good, and I'm like, yo, let's go ahead and get it done. My doctor
There we
already
go.
told me.
Nice,
She actually told me.
nice.
She actually told me last summer, and I was supposed to do it then, but I never got around. I was like, okay, I get it. I get
Well,
it.
yeah, man, we got to add them years to your life, bro. It's important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race, man.
That's
It's
it.
nothing,
That's
you know,
it.
just work on being
Low and
consistent
low
with
is
it,
the
and
tempo.
before you know it, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
you'll feel good,
Dude, tell him,
with it,
Jose, like
and,
it's been 3 years for like both of us, and
Yeah.
this is a process. And over this time, I didn't look this way after 5 months. Like it's
yeah,
been a
it
process,
takes time.
bro.
It takes
yeah.
time. It's
Yeah,
work.
look-
Like I said, I'm familiar with because I did strength training years ago in my younger years. It's just like I got to get back into. I'll get back into it, but
The incredible
when I
dust
tore
over here.
when I tore up my shoulder that time, I was the doctor's like,
Yeah.
you
Walk
need
down
to
the
stop.
steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you'll
Yeah.
you'll tear it out right out the socket. You do
Yep.
more damage
Yeah.
than you do good. Then it won't
Yeah.
become healable. You have to go in there and get surgery. It's just not worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Rusty been trying to say something for a
Let's
little bit. Rusty,
get
I'm sorry.
healable.
Yeah, I'm done.
Healable.
I'm good. I'm good.
Is he done?
I'm good. I just want to say having the greatest weekend of all time, Sean and the kids.
It's amazing.
Yo, it was absolutely incredible.
Happy,
Great
happy
work.
birthday, buddy.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and that was another. Okay, let me tell you
She
this.
got
real
me.
quick.
She
Real
got. I'm
quick.
like, this don't
So
look right.
they took me out. They took me out for dinner Saturday night, and then this is a running joke that my daughter plays on me every year. I don't know why I keep falling for it, but every year on Father's Day they take us out. At the end, she tells them it's my birthday so they
So you
can
get
bring
free
me
cake?
ice cream. and ice cream.
If you go to
nowadays for
Applebee's,
me-
it's that na na na
Right.
na, na, na.
But we were at a hibachi grill, and so they happy birthday to you. Dong, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
The dong joint. And they got me. Yeah.
All right, 2 seconds. That's all we got.
Just
Yeah,
enough.
right.
Not enough.
Just enough.
But that's
You
all.
gotta play just the tip when it comes to 50 Cent.
Right. And on that note, Rusty.
Hey, he is our hat. He's up there in Canada, man. How are things? You guys been good? Everything clearing up, or you still got some crazy fires
Everything-
going on?
Crazy fires all over the place. It's almost like California moved up here. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think it's all pretty much
Are they,
taken care of.
are they
but-
almost pretty much out?
Yeah, like, at least I'm on the east side of the country. I haven't really been paying attention that much. Actually, so I was checking the weather actually in Alberta, right? So Rocky Mountains run through the province of Alberta. They're getting 20 centimeters of snow tomorrow, and I'm like, what is happening?
It's an inch and a
I
half.
laughed.
Yeah,
I
an inch and
laughed.
a half of
I
those.
tell my Tinder dates are getting 20 centimeters. You're like,
And they get scared.
You know about the metric system?
I laughed when Rusty said that because my wife is Canadian and she has
Yeah.
family up there. And just to mess with her mom, I was like, hey, is everything going okay up in Canada? There was this picture going around Facebook of New York City with the haze, and
Oh,
someone
yeah.
photoshopped Godzilla on it.
Yeah, that was.
So I was like, this is what they
Yeah, I
saw in
saw
New
that.
York. And she's all like, she's not up to date on memes and shit. So she's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what is that thing? Oh. And then my wife's like, what did you send my mom? I'm like, it's just a joke, babe. I'm sorry.
Where'd that come from?
So shout out to everybody in New York, by the way, that blamed
even
us
know that was in
for
there.
that blamed Canada for all the haze that went down to New York. Like we have some control over the weather
course.
that
Yeah,
passes
that's
over
not
the
Rusty,
border.
god damn it, Rusty! It was Armageddon here last week for a day.
I'm not sure.
Thank you,
It was pretty
Rusty.
bad.
Not sure what you want us to do.
I kept craving barbecue.
Yeah, it fucking smelled like barbecue.
I
all
went home
day.
like, I need some ribs.
I think I've been having thanks Dust for noticing that it disappeared for like 2 weeks. I think I'm having the same
of
life that
course.
Oscar's having. It's just been work.
Yeah, man, I'm the same way.
And so when you hit me up there, I was actually kind of happy because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this because I need a break. I need to
There you
do
go,
something
people.
else, right? So here I am. But Father's Day yesterday, I was actually out doing. I can't be like you guys. I can't do the exercise thing if I'm not sitting down. Even when I go outside, I have to be sitting down. So I do motorsports. And that's what I was doing yesterday. I was running around a parking lot in my Cobalt SS, beating the tires and brakes off of it.
Nice.
And I had to can keep their haze and their geese. Our Cobra chickens, the dangerous Cobra chickens. Yes, stay away from those things.
Send the geese.
Yeah, I was crashing hard yesterday because when I'm out doing the motorsport stuff, I get the adrenaline spikes right when I'm out there running around the car, and then you come off and you take a break for 5 minutes, and that up and down with the adrenaline. I came home last night, man. I was done, and I crashed for. I think I crashed for about 8 hours and got up and tried to go to work. And 2 hours afterwards, I just messaged my boss. I was like, I'm logging off. I'm going to bed because I'm going to do this thing tonight at 8:00 with the guys. So
Let's go play a hooky to hang out with the boys.
I was with Dust. I'm like, I'm playing hooky too. I'm out. I'm taking it. Man. Anyway, but yeah, work has been insane. So this is a welcome break, guys. Thank you very
Good, man.
much. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, that's
good
what's
to hang
up.
with
To have you here, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Thanks for
Good to
joining
see you,
us.
bro.
Thanks for joining
you.
us, man.
Yeah, dude.
So real quick, one of our special guests tonight, Mr. Oscar, who you may know from All Hail Unicron. He's also been on an episode of not ETR, but ITR. Is it ITR?
In
In the
rim.
Rim.
In the
And so he's been around for a long time, but he's been working on a special project, man. So I'm actually gonna show some of his artwork and let him talk about that really quickly. Let's get here. There we go. So while I'm pulling this up,
Banter's over, people.
it is over. But yeah, while I'm getting ready to pull up these slides, why don't you tell us a little bit about the inspiration that got you to want to do this?
I say this jokingly, but it is a little bit serious. I had submitted to a few people about doing work, and it's no secret. And when you're trying to get into the comic book industry, it's either you make it or you don't. It's all about who you know. And I got frustrated, so I was like, it was one of those moments I was like, you know what? Fuck these guys. I'm going to do my own thing.
Self-published, bro.
And
That's it.
so the whole thing about the Gigatron name is taken from Car Robots, but the character design is like an influence of like a lot of comic book characters from Magneto, Iron Man, Lex Luthor's battle suit and stuff like that. And it's just a take of a character of a story I haven't really seen in the Transformer comics I've read. So, and I wanted to kind of take advantage of the big trend that is the multiverse on a lot of cinematic fronts.
I like that.
So so this is my way to hop different type of like lore of Transformers from in the beginning it's Beast Wars Neo, now it's they're going to be you'll see characters from animated, you'll see characters from Energon, characters from Prime, characters from IDW, from G1. It's got a big amalgamation, and I have it's a story I tried to make a web comic on, but I failed, and some of these characters like. Bottom line, the guy in the bull in the red, white, and the black. It's it's like it's a hint. This person has not always looked this way. They've changed. They've been reformatted. That big orange thing they're flying around in. That is a horn of Unicron, a chunk of it. They gutted it, cannibalized it, made it a ship, and you know, and the way I want to tell this story, and I don't know why that's there.
Who's got
What's in the box?
Yeah, it's and also challenges my ability to draw and rely when it comes to reference, rely solely on either toys or photos online of official photos, not just other fan art. I just wanted I figured now more than ever, like I'm 43, dude, you know, and I want to leave my legacy somehow in this fandom that I care a lot about, this franchise that I absolutely love with all my heart, even with its ups and downs and how toxic it can be or how friendly it can be. And this is my chance, and I'm just fucking doing it, man. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done, and then that'll be it. And if it gets published, great. If it doesn't, then that's cool because I got it up on
got it
groups
on-
I
it-
actually respect.
It's out,
exactly
out there.
Exactly.
It's
So-
out there. People are seeing it. People could read it. And dude, like that's the thing. Like if this is something that you like truly love, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen your pieces. I was gonna bring it up earlier, but I knew we were gonna talk about this. Like your occasional posts on Facebook with your artwork.
Oh, he's been
and,
doing
like,
stuff for years.
Like
And
you've
the
been
old
yeah.
Shattercast days. He did the
Dude,
world
like,
videos.
It's
you know?
it's to me looks great, and if like to do something like this, to know the fact that we live in a time where you could sort of self-publish and sort
Yeah.
of do something like this and put it together for the love of it and put it out there, and if it fucking hits, great. If not, it's like this with the podcasting, like
Well,
anything else.
Also,
You're just putting
look
it
at my
out there.
music. It's like I throw it on Spotify that gets it on.
Yes.
It goes it on. It does what it does. If people like it, people like it.
You know,
there's
like-
things that get 3 listens and there's things that get 300 listens. It's you're just doing what you love to do.
Dude,
And,
yeah.
you know,
For
and
listens.
whenever
That's
someone
maybe
asks
nice.
me about this, and whenever someone asks me about this, I am always very transparent and tell them, I've been drawing since I was 9. I've been writing since I was like 40. Like, don't expect some Shakespearean shit here, you know? Like,
No, but I mean,
like-
but to your point though, it was pretty cool. Like I wanted to bring this up. This is actually my favorite part. Like this dialogue here just shows like you get a story and you understand how to do
Yeah.
a story and
And
a
it's
story.
done
important.
it's such a great comic book style. with
Yeah.
The panels, and you also have the background behind it.
That's-
you know?
yes.
It reminds you of,
Yes.
like the 90s, you know, the 90s with like McFarlane and like Larson, like totally
Listen.
changing the game.
Yeah,
with
the,
the
Yeah,
format.
that's
the full page stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. And like
Changing
that
the
looks
format.
to me looks like it could come from a professional like comic
Facts.
page. Like
Yes.
just
Big
the
facts.
fact that you could
Honestly,
do that nowadays.
the
and
art's
do it
way
for
better
yourself.
than half the fucking shit that we were
Yes.
getting back in the IDW
Yes.
days.
Yes.
At the end.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm like this looks like a polished professional like piece
Yeah.
to me. You know what? Because art, you know, the way something looks artistically is always gonna be like subjective to the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, it's
right?
got a little
Like,
Yeah,
bit
of
of
course.
it's
You
got
know
a
what I'm
little
saying?
graph style to
But
it,
dude,
a little
you-
urban to it. You know, it looks a little bit more.
you got
street,
your
you know?
panels. Look at the damage and the details, like an Optimus in the second panel there on the top, like with the facial, with the leaking from the eye. The other character, the original character, the word balloons, the placement, the coloring, the
It all
background,
makes sense.
the framing of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all things that people probably don't even realize, or, you know, things you have to think about when you're
little
putting
extras.
something like this together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
so
like
the
a
fact that
hi-hat in a song. You know,
the fact you were able
put
to
the
do
hi-hat
it,
like that.
put it out there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah, man.
of course, like, if you could hit, if this stuff hits and you could make it professionally, that's freaking awesome. But if you didn't,
I will
this is
say,
incredible.
and thank you so
Earth
much for the kind words.
2471 erased. Done.
Yeah.
That's
God.
crazy.
Like the one thing I will say that I kind of regret was I posted it on there the same day the Rotbox dropped information. I've never seen it. I'm like, yeah, I got like 5 likes. Look at all these comments, and then bam, Rotbox. I'm like, well, you know, it was a good run. I want to thank God, Lord Jesus Christ, for having my back on the 11 pages. I was just like,
But you
And
know,
I'm tell-
I'm more drawn to artwork, and when it comes to comics. But I'll tell you one thing: I would pick up some stuff, and it'll be terrible art, but the writing on it is absolutely incredible.
yeah.
I love
that's
I
another
love
thing you
reading
get
stuff
also.
that's actually written by a fan that knows what's going on than somebody that just got paid to make something. You know,
Yeah.
because there's a contrast and difference between the two always. So
Definitely,
so yeah,
I totally
like
agree with
I like
that.
what I'm like
I
what
mean,
I'm seeing one here.
Thank you. I mean, like when I was doing this, I would always like Google like Transformer fan comics, and the stuff that really gets me a lot is like some of these guys get really creative and they use the actual figures to tell their story. They add a word balloon in Photoshop.
Yeah.
To me, that's fucking cool as shit because you took the hard part of like getting all the detail of that character in every single panel to like, all right, let me just turn this, this Omega Supreme to the left and then put Starscream in this corner here. Take that picture, throw in my dialogue. To me, that's genius. That's super efficient. But then there's the times that really irk me, and it's only because I've been drawing for so long, is when I see there's a term in the comic book industry I learned from a guy who I still talk to on Facebook, an established comic book artist. He's actually one of the heads of Men of Action Studios that created Bay 6, not Baymax, Big Hero 6, Generator Rex, Ben 10. His name's Duncan Releu. And the one thing he told me, he told me two things. One was find what you're really bad at and work on that like crazy to get better at it. The second is never swipe. And I was like, what do you mean swipe? And then he showed me some examples. It's basically when people take a pose, like if someone took a pose from Jim Lee's like Rogue and used it as a Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or still, and now with
Panel
technology the way we have it, you could watch an animated movie on an iPad screenshot. And now you could trace off that one
trace off of it,
and make it your work. And it's like it kind of takes like the sense of satisfaction when you're done with the panel.
But then again, it goes back to like the old Disney animations where they used to take live film. They would like actually film people acting out the movie, and then they would animate the cells over the actual live. Who's got a camera? Actual live video, live film. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of the old Walt Disney films were done.
Yeah,
they were done by actually taking a film of people dancing, and then they would just animate over the film to get the
Well, they
cells.
did the same thing with Lion King, right? Like they went out on the safaris and they watched how the lions moved, how the hyenas moved, how they. And they
But
animated
again,
lions
what
for
he
that.
said,
But
like that's one thing is if that's straight jacking what they're doing.
No, agreed. Like, but I think what you're describing, Dust, isn't the same as what you know.
No, I get it, but I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and go get a beer.
I did it.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I did it.
And it's like 11 pages are done. And the thing is, I got to give a lot of credit to is like the super support I get from, and is where it hits really close to home is like my wife who would have probably
My
didn't-
wife.
Yeah, like she normally, I would have expected her to roll her eyes up when I would talk about this, but instead she would sit there and be like, well, why are you telling me this? Why aren't you putting this down on, like,
Well, I mean, but you also got to give her credit because she's been with you for a while, right? Like,
yeah,
and
it'll
when
be
we
9
get to
years
a
next
certain,
Thursday.
You know what I mean? When we get to a certain
Nice.
age range, man, like you start to understand what's important to us. Like back in our 30s, she probably would have been like, "You dope if you don't get out of here and go to work." But like, you know what I mean? She's in her 40s. We're a lot older. We're a lot calmer, and we understand like. Sometimes it's just listening to our partner and getting that you get that set of you get that satisfaction just by seeing them happy and seeing them light up, and sometimes that's the best feeling in the world, man. You don't even have to do much. You just a couple of words.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the secret.
Yeah, so thank you
That's
for the
secret.
spotlight. I really appreciate it. And part
Yeah,
2
man.
is being made, and try not to get too pretentious with the writing. It's hard because I like to joke a lot, so I want to like throw a joke, and they're like, no. not yet. We
Well, I
don't
mean,
have
but you
that
can always
character.
create that one character. Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll
Dude,
find that character, but you
Put
can put it in there.
Put it out there, like short stories, little things like that. Like, don't be afraid to just go and do it. Like, just do it. And I think the art is great enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? And from the samples that we saw, from the screenshots, I mean, dude, it looks great to me. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's good. To me, it's like the figure photography that I used to do like before. Like, and I want to kind of do it, and it's just like freaking life gets in the way. It's like do what makes you happy, and if you're doing that, then inside you're just gonna feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? And just know that there's people out there that like it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid.
Absolutely.
There's gonna be people that criticize. There's gonna be people that say it's great. Whatever. But like for the most part, people are enjoying what you're putting out there. I know.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Well, speaking of putting things into boxes, let's talk about we got another season of the Rock Box, man.
I thought
so
that was
Jose,
my new intro.
things in the box. So Jose, man, coming to you, big fella.
I'm back.
The G.I. Joe Dragonfly.
Yo, listen, and that's so real, man. That is so real, dude.
Shout out to Eric Z. I think this is his post in the Realm group that I saw. That was like, this is cool, pretty amazing, and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, 2023 Rockbox is available.
Rockbox season, people.
CrashboxCustoms.com. Hit the link. We have a post in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. And it's available. I wish I could tell you guys all the contents and everything that's going to be in it, but I think
Not even just a. Oh, we can't do it.
Listen. I think all I need to say is like, look what we did last year. Look what we've done in years past. I don't think anybody's ever really been disappointed with our offerings with this rock box. I think this is our 6th rock box.
We've had some
it's
hoodies
up there.
burnt in the past, but no rock boxes burnt in the past.
So I just feel like, man, like, listen, like, we always keep it a mystery exactly what's in the box. I could guarantee you're going to get a T-shirt, guys. That's what I could guarantee.
Well, yeah, that's a given. That's a given.
Pretty fucking expensive t-shirt, bitch.
Can you guarantee it's gonna fit my fat ass though, motherfucker? Listen, I look like a medium.
We got from small to 5X. If you don't fit in that, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Swole to 5X.
Small to 5X.
Can I get
But
an
trust
extra
us.
swole?
Yeah,
Listen,
trust
I might be ordering a large this year. You know what I mean? Your boy don't work for it.
We need a medium, baby. Medium. We need to pop out that shit.
Medium.
So there are 2 versions of the 2023 Rock Box this year. The 2023 Rock Box, as you see here, and then we also got the pay-to-play version,
Where my money's going.
which of
Yes,
course
sir.
is a little bit more money, but guys, like, once we get to BotCon and reveal day and you're in that room and everybody opens their box, I just say go to the videos of last year, see all that, and I think it was an amazing time. It was just, we always thank everybody for the love and support that we get for these things. We do this stuff for y'all. We're not making any money off this stuff or whatever.
It
And
pays
just
for the party and all that other shit.
yeah, just know that the
bowl of
cost
nuts.
of all of this and stuff like that is you're gonna get your money's worth.
Yeah.
I don't
This
think
year
anybody's
ain't
gonna
we
ever be
fucking with that
disappointed.
shit, man.
So thank you to all the love and support, everybody that's bought a rock box so far. Thank you guys, we love you.
Yes.
And of course, CrashboxCustoms.com. Head over there,
Yes,
buy your
keep it coming.
2023 rock box. 2 options, and you could pick up or get it shipped to you. The choice is yours, and there's a multiple of payment options available. So it's not like you gotta like pay for it in one
Yep.
shot. You could slow roll it. You know what I'm saying?
You got a firm. You also have your PayPal credit. You could also
Yes.
do it on PayPal credit, which
Yes.
is fantastic. I don't think people do take enough, use PayPal credit enough to their own reward. It is a great
Advantage, yeah.
system. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great
Absolutely.
system.
There's
Yep,
also
yep,
a shop. Was it Shopify or
Yeah. There's
Shop.
Affirm. There's something else. There's
Affirm,
another-
Affirm,
Lay,
yeah.
something,
Affirm.
Paylay or
Nobody's
something like
stealing
that.
I was
money,
telling
people.
Chris, like, yo, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, let's take it all. But of course, you know what I'm saying.
Yo, is
I'm
this,
joking, I'm
No,
joking.
he
Well,
did the
it's
Affirm,
gotta be
'cause-
it's gotta be funneled into one account. So
Yeah,
it's
one
gotta-
account.
is this American dollars? It's I don't
Yeah.
know if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, listen,
The
trust
exchange
us.
rate sucks.
Oh, yes. Oh, for you,
It'd be
Rusty in
worth it.
Canada, bro.
The
I
country's
heard it.
on fire, guys. The exchange rate sucks.
Hey, you gotta set up a proxy. You
Things
gotta set
aren't
up a
doing so
proxy.
well here either. We don't got the fires, but our economy's fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Rusty set up,
Spending
set up a
$3
little
for a loaf
VP.
of bread.
I
Set
gotta
up a
say
little
this:
VPN.
when this was announced, I'm in again, and I also want to stress to anyone on CrashboxCustoms.com, check out that website. They do a lot of amazing,
Yes, sir.
amazing
He's got
fucking
the
work.
he's got the cell up now, right?
Insanely.
The new cell is up right now. That's the new,
Yes.
He has
Their
a
new
wooden
product.
door handle on there that looks. Oh my god! Like I almost hit add to cart on that.
Shout out to Pinkerton.
Damn,
Hey guys,
Chris.
I mean, we say this all the time, man. We're not letting you down. You're gonna because you know what happens. We always get those guys that have been down
Oh,
forever
man.
that didn't jump on it, and then afterwards, I feel so bad because, number one, whatever we do have left over that we do sell at retail is gone, and then they're hunting on eBay, and it just really hurts me, man, for guys
Yeah.
to do that also. So please.
Then we
you-
do a raffle, and then
Yeah.
people still miss out. Or
Yeah,
my
they still
God.
miss out. Yeah. But what we're doing is special for you. We were the first action figure collecting Facebook group / I don't know, family online to actually put out our own third-party figure, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
clap that
yeah.
up one more time, man. Let's clap that up.
Retailers have done that, and they make thousands of dollars,
Yes, sir.
tens of thousands of dollars. Some make millions of dollars only 5% of the time. But yet, we were the first ones to do that and put that out there for you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
a
mic
history
drop, so-
piece and a piece to give back to the community. That's an
yeah,
awesome
man.
thing.
It's all about you guys.
Something
It's not
special.
about us.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
so-
really weird to talk about, like, when
It's
you
not
get
about us.
nostalgic with Realm of Collectors. I remember contributing to one of the first rock boxes where it's like me and a bunch of other artists did pieces.
Yeah,
Ollie.
trading
The
cards.
cards,
dude.
the trading
Yeah,
cards.
Trading
yeah, dude.
cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
out
those-
on that one.
Yeah.
I got an extra set for you.
Ah,
Oh,
I
look
saw
at that.
those. I still have
see you
mine,
in
man,
August.
and I'm still blown away by how freaking tight everyone's work was. You know.
Can I
and-
tell you one thing about those cards? I wanted to
Yeah.
get an old school piece of gum with the wax paper wrap on it.
Yeah,
We couldn't,
yeah,
we couldn't find anybody to
No.
do that. Like
Oh,
no
the,
trading
Topps
cards with the
baseball
gum.
cards?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
Topps
the
cards.
powdered
Yeah,
gum
it
with the
was,
wax
yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
if
remember
that was
that.
the case, we would be doing Realm of Collectors trading cards all the time, man.
You have a bunch of grown men and
I got
women
a
biting
dust
into
mite
that
and a
going,
hurricane. Can he trade you for a Pinkerton?
my Pinkerton is holographic foil. It's worth at least one dust mites and one J Roofs.
Actually, I got a Harvey underscore sticker book, and I'm gonna put it.
That's not a legit Harvey underscore Dent. It's the one with him holding the camera, and that one's worth a lot more. Sure, thank you. Have a nice day.
Dude, how crazy would
what's
that
up,
be?
man.
Yeah.
And it's a Realm of Collectors sticker book.
See, so and Oscar, thanks for even bringing that up, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just shows like the tradition of the rock box and stuff like that, and again the love and support from the community that have contributed
Giving
and
back.
and have
Giving back.
supported what we're doing here. So we always it's a thank you from us to you, the community and stuff like that, and we just love and thank you for all
Hey,
your
look,
support.
if you can't swing it, we get it. But you know, if you can, you'll be.
I don't
happy.
But
think
here's,
you're gonna be
You know,
and I'm gonna say this a little, not
It
not
is.
as nicely as everybody else has been around here. If you loved what you saw last year and you slept on it, don't you effing sleep on it again this year. That's the
there you
best
go.
way I can
That's
say
it.
it.
That's
there
it.
you go.
Don't do it, because then it's gonna be a lot of tears that nobody cares about at
Unless
the
you're
end.
Gary Chalk.
Jump on it now.
Yeah.
Jump on it now.
For every and Eric,
Fuck
like,
Gary
just-
Chuck.
Just
Was
to,
it
just
Gary
to,
Chalk's? Was it Gary
No,
Chalk's
it
son?
wasn't Gary Chalk. It was
Whose son put it on eBay?
no.
The guy
it
whose
was-
voice, the voice of Megatron,
David
his
K.
hit.
Oh,
David
David
K.
K.
David K.
I got the
David
wrong
K.
guy. David K. Yes.
Well, you know
son
what?
put it on
Fuck
eBay.
David K.
So just to piggyback off what Eric just said, and for everybody that's in the group and watching
right.
live and whatever, everybody that's asking like what's in it, like hint, 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 hint. That's all I'm saying. Hint, hint. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
It's a picture of Jose with his shirt off.
That's it.
Please,
Congratulations,
pre-order.
everyone.
Come on, get those pre-orders. I don't want to come out of pocket. For the,
Orders.
we don't want to come out of pocket for the deposit. Just pre-order, please. All right.
Picture of Derek B doing Dance Dance Revolution.
There
A
you
lot
go.
of money. A lot of money's being sent away.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of pre-orders, man, there's a couple of new mainline figures that have dropped that a lot of people
Oh,
have
there
been
he goes.
interested
I wish
in.
we had a segue song, but I have nothing.
Oh.
But, you know, I do this a little
I'm
bit,
working
just a
on
little
it.
bit.
Mainline. There we go.
Don't worry, I'm about to bless you with that 1980s porn.
He's driving,
But,
baby. He's driving.
Mainline's been pretty awesome. I have to give them credit, man. Over the past at least 2 years, actually, probably since the pandemic started, you can see the uptick in quality.
Siege,
paint,
bro. Siege, 2019, baby.
materials and stuff like that, man. So yeah, you're right. Going back, look at
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on, hold on.
Whoa, we need to.
What's
we got
is
one
that?
mitten seal. and we got two that were
How
open.
many fucking rock boxes you got there?
Wow.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at
That's
that!
one.
Look, y'all think I did something last year. I ain't fucking around this year either. So. This is just to show you. This is just to show you how serious this thing is right
Dude,
here. I'm gonna show
I
y'all.
got
I'm gonna
you
show
one
y'all
up.
last year's box. Hold on.
I got one up with you. I got 2 that are in the shipper boxes still,
Yeah, I mean, little box.
like a Hot Toys.
Look at that. That's crazy, dude.
Magnet sealed box.
Yeah, we went a little
Magnets
crazy
still
on it.
work.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
that.
I love
Yeah.
that box too with the embossed
too,
logo
bro.
on the top. Yeah, very cool.
Complete list of everything that's in it.
It's like a
crazy.
$6 box, but we were like, fuck it,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Shirt,
$6 times 200.
shirt.
Still in the plastic, people. Still in the
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, me too. I got at least 2 or 3 rock boxes every year extra. It's just sitting.
Look at that. The Ace Milo guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ooh,
That was a nice.
bricks
little-
on the dollar. Laser beak. Is
Yeah.
that the laser beak?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
Yep.
laser
Shout
beak.
out to
Laser
Bricks. Yeah.
It's pins,
The pins. The,
Yes.
the realm pins.
Which I'll be sporting here pretty
lanyard.
soon.
Oh, everybody needs a lanyard. They always
Yeah,
want
yep,
lanyards.
yep.
here.
And last but not
I folded
least,
that shirt.
last but not least, I haven't touched the box. This is still in the plastic.
Let's
I
go.
have not touched.
Do you
this
have
at
one
all.
at least that's open?
Yeah, I got one that's open. It's one on my desk right now, and I did the face swap on it and everything.
Hashtag
Minty
desk
fresh.
figs.
You know what time it
I'm
is.
trying to. Here we go. For me. And it
Yeah,
just
man.
fell
Hey,
back,
yo,
but, you
get
know.
your rock box, people. I'm not playing.
Get
it.
it.
Sir.
I am. I'm in on it this year.
Oh, look at that one.
Oh
Push me
yeah,
over.
Yeah.
see.
I know there's a reflection on it. I can't get rid of the reflection, but you know,
He
my
found
guy
that
stays-
one in his counter. He trapped it.
Mine stays under glass. So I'm like
That's
Iceman
what's
with his wife. trapped
Mr.
in a
Freeze?
house.
Nelson's in the
Yeah,
cupboard.
whatever.
Nora
Shout
Freeze.
to
yep.
Iceman right here. You know.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up, man.
Yeah, man.
So don't sleep. Don't
Just a
sleep.
preview
Don't
of that
sleep.
great
Look
JD
at
box
the
art.
art,
There
man.
you go. Like,
Yeah,
I got it on my phone lock screen.
Yep.
You know
The
what I'm
artwork
saying?
is
Like,
fantastic.
That looks
man.
great.
Yeah, man. It's amazing. It's amazing.
T-shirt coming soon.
Dude, we do a
Brink
t-shirt.
said
I
he
gotta
folded
have
that
it.
shirt.
That's what's
All
up,
right,
man.
enough of the whoring us out.
No, we
No,
got
dude, do you even transform, bro?
We got to even
Shameless
transform.
plug.
We get into the
Do you
transforming
even
here or what?
transform? People here for
Hour in, man, and we finally into the topic. Look at that. The banter was great. But
And I did that without rolling up my pant leg.
so I want to talk a little mainline love, and I know we got the Chug Thug himself in the building. So there's a couple of new items that are on the way that have been revealed and teased. And I always look to you for all things mainline, man. So once you take it away, let's talk about some mainline stuff. How are you guys loving the new mainline stuff that is coming out? I know you like the spokesman, the unapproved spokesman. But
Oh, yeah.
It's a Chug
What you
Thug,
think?
man. He's
I'm the
Chug
Chug Thug. I'm the Chug Thug.
Chugging and thugging. Dude, we got to do a Chug Thug song now. You know.
It's
So
the Chug is thugging.
for me, that all started to, you know what I'm saying, from like, yo, like I gotta save some money, you know what I'm saying, but I still got to feel like I need to keep my skin in the game. So I was like, you know what, mainline is cheap. I still feel like these things are okay. I feel like I'm still getting my kind of money's worth or whatever. You know, it doesn't compare to third party or whatever. But man, since 2019 Siege, and then we've discussed it in the past, I feel like the joining of the Takara Tomy and the Hasbro brands as far as like, the
merging into
production of
one.
these figures, they've been doing a good job as far as like what they've been putting out there. Again, not every figure is a home run, but for the most part, we're getting characters we love, and if anybody's been collecting since like Combining Wars, Titans Return, or whatever, like you've pretty much gotten every single kind of like US G1 like character that you could think of, like, you know, and they're only improving on them.
Are you
with, like-
ready to Are you ready to screen share?
I'm screen sharing.
Well, I
I'm
feel
screen
like
sharing.
it's Monday. I need to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to play it all because I don't want Buddy to
Yikes!
get mad.
Oh, yeah. I was like, ooh, that's blasphemy almost.
Take
I
a
don't want
chance.
Brian to send me a text like, "What are you doing?
But here we go.
What are you doing? Just
Just-
hanging around."
Talking about the current line, Transformers Legacy, we got a little bit of a leak here because this figure hasn't been officially unveiled
Thief
yet.
news.
Thief news, baby. You know what I'm saying? But like Legacy bombshell here in all
It
its
looks
glory.
good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It
You know
looks
what I'm
good.
saying?
I just got Shrapnel too. That's got to complete the trio, so I'm a happy
Yep.
camper.
Yep.
Okay.
You know, so with some of these things, man,
We knew it was coming.
It's the long game. You got to be in there. They put one of these figures out per wave, like, you know what I'm saying. So you got to kind of be paying attention and stuff like that if you want to complete your team.
I just shared my screen.
With this leak, I thought it was interesting because you could have gotten the two versions, right? We got the purple chest here, but doesn't in animation? Didn't he have like a gray chest?
He's
or
at a
whatever?
great chest.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sure we're gonna
Yeah, he
get a
got the
Generation Selects or something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With the
Studio.
other version.
You know what?
Studio
I'm still.
series.
There was that TFCon, I believe it was. When was this around? When Charlotte came out? I think it was Charlotte, the first TFCon, or mine was the second one, but I think it was Charlotte.
When
And I was hanging there. And I was buying it from Hanny's booth, and it was. I was there. TTR6 was there. A couple other Realm members, and I'm like, well, what would you go with? Would you go purple? This is before I was all super tuned.
To me,
Purple or gray?
Yeah.
And
Purple
everybody's like,
fits.
"Oh, purple," because the purple pops because it popped on that figure.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you only saw a couple of episodes with the cell shading for gray, and I passed on the gray, went with the purple, and now I want the gray.
And that thing shot up in price.
Years later,
I mean, to the
well,
moon.
and I remember teachers
That-
and
the
that,
gray
go with the
chest?
purple. That purple's fucking popping. Shut the fuck
I
up.
bought this set.
Because it was the same thing. Nobody else bought the gray because nobody knew. Like,
Yeah,
nobody
but now the
remembered
gray
it
is the
being-
fucking
I know,
poppin'
right?
one
You
now.
watch the
Yeah.
can't find
cartoon
it.
though.
Yeah,
It's
you
it's
watch-
gray
I
in the
know.
cartoon. It's gray
Yeah,
in the
but
fucking cartoon.
I think it's like 60-40. I mean, 60 purple, 40 gray.
Yeah.
I
No,
had-
it was only
I bought
only
the-
purple when he transformed into the bug.
Yeah,
It was
that's
just
it.
his back.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the chest was always.
I bought the
Gray in
gray.
robot mode.
I bought the gray Vance Toys figure
Yeah.
back in Charlotte 2014,
Hmm.
and I sold
Yeah, I
it
think
last
that-
year for about a good 700 off to another collector in the Gainesville
Yeah.
area.
Wow. The
So
the
that dude,
gray
that was the
one,
first.
right?
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like thinking maybe I'll get 200, and he's just like, I'll
Yeah.
give you 7. I was like, what?
Yep.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
man.
sold those too quick,
it-
bro. I sold those for retail when I sold them.
If fan stores, I know the gray reissue goes for more, but
Yeah.
when they do reissue it, it does have a little bit more of a penance price to it. But
But I think that's cool though. Like we finally gonna complete our Insecticons for this current mainline.
yeah, they look good for
you know
little
what I'm saying?
for that scale. Man.
They,
I
they
always
look
liked
great.
them.
The last version we got were the little core class ones, which I still
Yeah.
have, and I'm gonna keep as like my little Insecticon clones or whatever. When I
Yeah.
set
There
up
you
a-
go.
Those weren't
See.
bad either for
No.
for that time. They weren't
for what
bad.
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were all right. But these
It's-
the legacy line's been like straight killing it with the
Yeah.
Insecticons.
Yeah.
I like the
So-
fact that they're like really a little bit more toy and then tune. It's good. They got a good balance to them.
It's a good
Yeah,
balance
it's a good
between them
balance.
both. Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned the gray chest thing because I remember like when I did see these that that was the first thing I thought too is like the purple on the chest, it makes it look so good, right? That it doesn't look cheap at all. Like that purple paint just looks so
Yeah, Paint pops.
so
It
well
always
done,
pops.
right?
It always
Right?
pops.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks right to me, like you know what I'm saying, and,
Yeah.
and of course I'm sure we're gonna get a gray version just to be a little
Yeah.
bit more tune
Well,
accurate.
then
and
again,
that's-
back in the day, we were
There you
coming
go.
off the fans project and set the cons. You remember those?
yeah.
And then going into these, you know.
And listen,
so-
guys, this
If
is
you-
not
if
gonna
you
break your
remember back
bank.
If you
It's-
remember back in the day
right.
when we went from the fans project chugs to fans, what fans toys was giving us for
Yeah,
the
them bugs will break your
masterpiece.
fingers.
Yeah,
Dude,
this
I
is
paid
this
a
is
lot for
this
that
is
set.
$25, guys. Like nobody.
25. You can't
25.
beat that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a G.I. Joe classified figure
Yeah,
right now.
deluxes used to be 20. They're 25, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
is it
not
really a deluxe, though?
150.
It's a little
You know what I'm
deluxe.
saying? Like, it's not 150.
Hey everybody!
You know what I'm saying? So, moving on here, we
Oh,
got
Chat Squad.
YOLO Park, Optimus
Aw,
Primal
snaps.
from Rise of the
Oh,
Beast.
yeah.
So this
Yeah.
isn't, it's not
Gorgeous.
exactly Chug, but it's an official Transformers product released by YOLO Park. And I think these model kits have been looking phenomenal.
Holy smokes.
look at
Yeah,
this.
that's dope.
Look at the
It
way
does,
this
it looks really great, but he does kind of hit me off like a Mortal Kombat secret character.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
But judging by those blades, he look like he'll tear some shit up though if he needed to.
Yeah.
But
not playing.
I'm. What is the price point on this guy? Because I'm debating.
Dude, $30. You can't
30?
go wrong. $30 with the
Holy
price
smokes.
point.
Damn.
So these are model kits, but I think on last week's show I called them modular kits. I did get the
Yeah.
Bumblebee from this line, and they're broken apart in pieces. It's
Like
some
Voltron.
light- putting
Voltron
together.
kits.
Yeah, you got to just Voltron them together.
Form, arms, and legs.
But the posability, just as evidenced by these photos, shout out to Master Andy's Kindergarten for these phenomenal photos. I mean, the posability,
That's
the detail
crazy.
in the figure
Jesus.
itself looks amazing. It looks amazing. The
And
robotic
he was
pieces,
a beast in that movie too, so this is gonna sell.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to sell.
Yes, and we didn't see him much in this mode in the movie, but we did get
Yeah.
to see it, and it did look incredible, like the
Yeah,
transformation sequence and the little bit we did.
They
see.
didn't get enough time in the flick. man.
Yeah,
They did
we
not
needed
get
more
enough
beasts.
time.
We
Yeah.
definitely needed more beasts. But I thought this looked really cool.
Who said? Who was that?
That was me.
Can't see.
And I think they had just the right amount of time.
Oh, there was
man.
enough. There was enough bantering. There wasn't enough talk.
I mean, I only say that as somebody like we remember what happened with the Dinobots, right? That was
yeah,
the second.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Well,
at
they,
least-
they got way more than Dinobots.
Way
they got
more,
way
and
more.
they took
Yeah.
them on missions. They led a lot of the scenes. I was okay with it. I felt like I
I could have
I
used
felt
a
I got
little
my
more
money
character
worth.
from Cheetor and Rhinos.
Yeah, they didn't talk much. They didn't talk
Nah.
much at all.
We got it from Primal. We got a little bit from Primal though. So, so just to tickle Dustin's fancy here, he always says
Hey.
no combino,
No.
Dino,
No.
But this is coming off the core class mainline set of Dinobots, which they actually do combine. If you've been paying attention,
Gross.
so just check that out there, Volcanicus.
Oh
This
my
is-
god!
This is
Look at
straight
the
proof.
feet.
This is straight
Awful.
proof that Volcanicus is diabetic. He's got an untreated foot sore. You can see right there. It's infected.
You got a
No, he got-
chest.
Going
Hey,
back to what
stop,
you said,
stop
that's
putting my
diabetes.
business out there, bro.
He got the diabetes.
This is Volcanicus is the worst idea. Every time I see it combined
no
Dinobot team, I'm just
combino
like,
the Dino. I've been
you are
saying it for
preaching to
5
the
years,
choir,
bro.
Rusty.
Easily
Stupid.
5 years I've been saying no combino the
Since
Dino.
Howard
This
Prime.
idea is worse than giving Michael Bay the director role of any Transformers film. That's what
You remember when Toy World had their fucking combiner? That was when no combino. How long ago was that? That's when
That was years ago, man.
Power to
But the
Primes,
Toy World
bro.
one
That's
was at
5,
least
6 years
kind of
now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
proportioned
Power of the
well.
Primes.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a core class
that-
figure,
Excuse me.
compared to
That
that other one, way better put together. Like
That looks
obviously,
like
but this is,
you can't show this immediately after that YOLO Park figure. This is like going from gold to fucking dust.
Hey,
That's
Like,
all
snarl
I have to
alone.
say is
You know what I mean?
no combino
No
the
combino.
Dino.
Right,
Dino.
'cause that snarl alone looks like a newborn turd.
Why be Grimlock?
yeah,
Why be
absolutely.
Grimlock have slag up my butt? Merge to form hemorrhoid.
They would never be able to work together. Never.
Oh,
God.
G2?
Holy
So
shit.
look at this. So I'm sure we're gonna see some more of this next week on the infamous segment on ETR. But I mean, look at this G2.
Jose, can you turn down the contrast on your screen there? Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Someone went back in time, got 1990s Will Smith high, and said, "Hey, color this toy right quick."
There we go.
What's going on
As
here?
he sang the theme song, what the fuck is that?
Is that
Jesus?
Magnum PI's T-shirt in the middle of his hood? Like what's
Right,
going on?
yeah.
Oh yes, these are
Yeah.
crazy.
What's going on here?
The color
I
scheme
don't remember
is
G2
crazy.
being
Yeah,
like this.
I
I thought
remember
he was
G2.
a black with red.
This is
Yeah.
Someone said this is the Toxitron wave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
this is-
okay.
Is that why it has the toxic logo right
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Nah,
toxic-
this
yeah,
is
the
this is
toxic
G2
logo.
on acid.
yes, and that's what G2 was. G2 had these crazy colors, these off-the-wall colors that they were just repaints of the G1 figures for the most part. I know when I was collecting them, I was a little bit older, so I was like, "Wow, I gotta actually spend my own money on these things." But
Thanks for
these
that, Josh.
aren't the same colors as
Miami
I
Vice
remember.
Yeah.
there for you guys.
Well, like you know,
Right.
I like the.
I would love to
I-
break it out.
as much as I like the Sideswipe mold, I have basically every release of Sideswipe
Me
and Red
too.
Alert.
Me too. Way too many.
Even though this color takes a lot.
T2 Birdie your
A
red
lot.
is 92. That needs to be on a
This thing-
T-shirt, baby.
It's taking like they're taking a lot of liberties.
Did I
It
just see
does
some
scream
titties in
90s.
his fucking chat?
There's more.
Did you just have titties in your chat? I saw some titties in your chat.
It's a picture of me with my shirt off, bro. Get over it.
There you go. Yeah.
Laser cycle.
Laser cycle.
Laser
Yeah.
cycle.
Got cookies
G2
trying to go through
Universe
this
Laser
now.
Cycle.
Okay,
I
what is
saw
that?
titties in the chat.
So
where'd that come from?
this was that Prime, the Legacy
Timestamp
RC Prime mode.
Yeah, the Road Pig or Road Hog.
Yeah, this one wasn't a home run at all, but just again to showcase just the different
Oh my
colors.
God!
just
What am I
off-the-wall
looking
colors.
at? What?
Y'all
It's the
send-
Joker.
Y'all are sending my man cities in the chat. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible.
Cities in the chat.
He is trying to do a segment, and you guys are sending him titties. Y'all are terrible. Man.
Are they doing that?
Oh
wait,
my
wait,
God.
Comments. Hold
Who's
on.
doing that?
Oh
Dude, I
my
used to do shit
God.
like that when people were fucking back in the day.
Yeah.
J. Ruse would be screen sharing, and I'm sending them dick pics and shit.
See?
These colors are blinding me so bad
So-
I can't see this. I can't see
Right here,
what,
right here, Jose, with
chesticles.
Dead End. This is probably the weakest member of the Minosaur set, but I am in just for that color scheme for that.
Yeah,
at
that
least
color
they got,
is
at least
dope.
they got theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Milk the mold,
And-
man. Milk the mold.
And you could see it even with the packaging and everything. They kind of are going for that stoner acid
great,
kind
man.
of like
That's
distorted
awesome because-
effect.
Yeah,
And, man,
it's
I love
definitely
this.
retro, man. There
Guys,
are
I
G2
was-
people
I was-
that love it, but it's not.
I
for
was
me. That's
fucking
awesome.
colorblind before this session started here. Like this, I can see again. Like everything looks different.
It looks dope, though.
I'm gonna buy two of these. One for me, and I'm gonna mail one to Bobby Skullface just to fuck with him. That's his favorite Stunticon.
I actually heard this particular mold, this Dead End figure is kind of hard to get, like on the original on the aftermarket.
Yeah,
Like
they're gonna
a
buy
Lance
this one.
Toys
Yeah,
one?
they're probably
Yeah.
gonna be buying this
You-
one so they can put it on the.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
think
to,
I think the original was going to like $50, 50
Yeah,
$60, something
yeah.
like
That's
that.
insane, dude. Like my Walmart's got like 6 hanging on the peg.
So
I bought
with
another
the
one.
original
Hot shot
Dead
Off this
End?
mold.
Yeah.
Then you might as well
Wow.
buy them and throw them on eBay, make some.
the land of milk and honey, baby. It depends where you at. What I kind of dig about this one though is like, look at that classic Decepticon
I know JD
G2 logo
needs
on the
one.
hood
Yeah.
right there. Like
Yup.
that's kind of crazy. You
I
know,
mean,
Yeah,
I-
the toxic. This. Oh yeah, the G2 logo is really cool.
I am a little upset I missed out
Yeah.
on the G2 Dead End they released for the Velocity line. For
yeah,
Walmart.
that one. Yeah, I didn't see.
I had
that
a
one
choice of either
That was
picking
the
that
black
up.
and yellow one, right?
Yep. I had a choice of picking that up or pick up the Crash repaint they did off Mirage for Justin on All Hail Unicron. But Justin is the benefactor, man. He really doesn't ask for much. I was like, Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
No,
So I picked that up.
That's great. That's great.
But now it's like I looked up on eBay. I'm like, I ain't paying $50.
No.
Fuck you. They ain't no damn X-Trans boss. Get up out of here with that shit.
As we say,
RX6.
patience saves pockets. You'll find
Yep.
it eventually. Trust
I
me.
will, yeah.
And just to round it out, YOLO Park once again. They dropped a tease once again from Rise of the Beast.
First off,
Gorge.
so someone sent me a link to the full movie on Facebook. And
I don't know
watched
who
it.
that was.
And yeah, you just out yourself so fast.
Wasn't
But
me.
color me surprised when this big evil looking Terracon motherfucker is voiced by Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yes.
It didn't work for me, man. The voice.
Holy-
Nah, it was
No,
good.
it did. It sounded
dug it.
soulless to me, and they should have called him Tarn with the face mask.
I agree.
Right.
Right.
Why would you call him Scourge? Just call him Tarn.
Just call him Turn, yeah.
We know what you're doing. We know what you
Well, I mean,
See,
we
but
can
I li-
we can talk about Mirage if you want. Like you put Mirage.
You mean
in
Jazz?
there,
No, we
Mirage
left,
Jazz.
we left
that
that
was-
alone.
yeah.
We're leaving that
And
alone.
give him Hound's abilities. I don't
Yeah,
understand
we're
what's
leaving that
happening.
alone.
You
We
know,
don't
like,
want- we
whatever.
don't- That's
You know, it's made arguments been made by Chris Feely over at Basics of
we don't want to get
Transformers.
into that.
Mirage
It's an
had that
hour and a
abilities.
half. It just
But
it's
see, wait,
just
Mirage
like
in his
Peter
movie was a
Dinklage was
triple
just like,
changer.
all right, the paycheck, how much?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it.
So wait. So did y'all notice though? Like right, Easter egg. He became a Lambo and he became
Yes.
an indie racer. Like
Yeah.
really quick when he was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
sell me. You'll make some money."
I can be
so
an
that's,
F1.
That's the
Yep.
Easter egg right
Yeah.
there. They gave
Well,
it
because
to
they
y'all.
gave it to
They
us.
gave it to y'all, yo.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
agree.
I get it because there's no IndyCar driving around
Exactly.
around
Around in the
1994 in New York in the Bronx.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
you know, also Biggie's "Hypnotized" wasn't in 1994.
right. But, wait.
That's
To
it.
be
The
fair,
movie's
though,
ruined. Movie's
to
ruined.
be fair, that was not
Hypnotized.
played into the credits. So it wasn't.
No,
a
it was in
part
the
of
movie.
No, it was in the
It
scene
was in the movie.
when he was driving to the meetup and fucking he did the cool shit when Noah walked out the car while
Yep.
Mirage
It was
fans.
him.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
all right, all right. You get a pass.
But it's fine. It's fine because you still get the feels. You still get the feels.
Every
Yeah.
time I heard a song, I went back and I looked in Google. I'm like, all right, Illmatic. This one's good. Choice
Right,
is yours.
right,
2
yeah,
years
yeah.
earlier. This is 1991. They're good.
Yeah.
And shout out for the director for making a character with the name Mirage be interesting.
I didn't hate it.
Transformers.
I didn't hate it. I
didn't
enjoyed
hate
it.
it. Pete Davidson. Yeah, I
Probably-
thought he was
probably
Somebody
one of
other
these
than B.
Yeah,
I think
did this
I probably enjoyed this one the most out of all the movies that's the live action.
I said this on No Hill Unicron. Like I don't get I'm not one of those people that judge a celebrity based on what the tabloids say. I could give two shits who Pete Davidson is sleeping with. I care more about his content as a character when he was on
Right.
SNL, and I think he was a strong member of the cast. You know,
Yep.
his Chad
Agreed.
character fucking won me over. My favorite skit was him and RuPaul. You know, like they dressed him in drag, and RuPaul's like, "Well, how do you feel?" It's like, "Gay." She's like, "Good." You know, but it's like I think I watched the film, and it's like I think he did all right. It's not
Yeah, I
like,
think
oh
he
my
did a
God,
good job,
Pete
man.
Davidson. I can hear his tattoos from here.
for a voice
You know?
actor, it wasn't the worst. You know what I
It
mean?
was surprisingly better than what I thought it would be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, nah, it was good.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
wasn't
like if we would
perfect
have
in
gotten
any
this 10
sense,
years
but-
ago, like
The
it
whole
would have
movie
been
was
like,
incredible.
oh,
I
man.
think it was. I think it was the
We've
most,
seen it all before, but it was
in my
good. I thought
opinion,
they did
the
it good.
most accurate to the fiction that we can get at this point.
It
in time,
felt like
you know?
a live action Saturday morning cartoon,
Yeah.
bro. That's how it felt
Yeah.
to me, man. Like it
Chasing
was,
that
You know,
And
except
it
for
didn't feel like it was
Dahmertron.
all over the place.
Dahmertron. Wheeljack, he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, there was no reason. There was no
He
reason
was
for that.
wilding.
You know, here we are. Here we have a Wheeljack in the Bumblebee movie, but they did not. They just give him a different name. Call him Frank.
Right.
Call him Joe, Frank Rizzo.
Pablo.
You know,
Like
Joey
that.
Bobos. You know,
Call him
call him whatever you
Bobotron.
want. Call him Bobo, whatever you want to call him. Just don't call him Wheeljack. It just
Did you?
Look
It
at
just
Rusty
did
shaking his
not
head. He's
work.
like, nah, that's not
call
my
him Rusty
Wheeljack.
Mechanic. I don't care. I think Rusty Mechanic would work better than calling this fucking
right?
guy
Like,
Wheeljack.
right? Like, what do we got?
should've-
Right here. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
They should have called him Low Jack.
And I heard at the last, I heard the executives at the last minute were like, "Yeah, we need a nerdy character to relate with the kids." Really?
Oh, God.
Do we
What?
really need a
No.
nerdy
Well, they
character
could
to relate
have
with the
Ratchet,
kids?
I guess, in some sense, but whatever. So
You know.
let me ask you
And
guys.
then Michael Bay got up from his producing chair. Was like, "Wait, we'll get a nerdy character, but we'll make him Hispanic. That'll calm the brown folks down."
Did-
Yeah, that was crazy.
I did
That was
like the fact
crazy,
how
bro.
Prime looked so good. The
He
back
looked
of
good,
Prime
man.
with
He
those
looked good.
with
Yeah.
with the smoke type
Yeah,
stacks.
the,
with,
the
it looked complete.
turbines in the back.
It looked complete. It looked
Yeah.
like it was
Good. He
complete.
looked good.
It didn't look like shards of metal. That's what I liked
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
I mean they all looked better. All the robots look better.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
pretty cool.
We really
I do
went
have
into
a question,
We
though.
really rolled into one of those.
Yeah, I do have a question though.
Rancid.
Let's go around. Starting with what you does right here in the middle.
Yo.
What would you rate it?
Rating on what? As a movie or Transformers?
Yeah, overall, just overall,
Overall?
like your enjoyment level.
I
the-
enjoyed
the
it.
ability to keep you engaged.
It
All
was
that.
it was a great bootleg. Probably I would give it. I'm very hard with movies. I would give it probably an 8.
That's high to me. That's
Seven,
good. That's
seven,
dope.
Out of
5.
10?
I've given some movies 7, 7, 5, 6s, but this was I hate to do like a straight 8, but yeah, an 8 because it was it pulled on the strings a little bit. I've come to the we're not going to get the perfect movie, and we have to take what we can.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's
I've
too
been
jacked
doing
up
that
now.
over the years with the franchise that we got, and there was 5s and 4s and 7s, and this is I think this was for me. I enjoyed it a lot enough to watch it 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
I don't normally watch it and then watch it again. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hate to be like kind of like cliche to be like an 8 because that's kind of like a safe score. But
Yeah, that's high. That's
kind of an
actually
8 for
pretty
me.
high.
Yeah, it's pretty
an
cool.
8 for me.
Yeah. Jose, what about you?
Yeah, and I as a Transformers fan, I would give it the same thing. But a lot of the things in this movie hit for me, like the main character Noah Diaz being Puerto Rican, like Brooklyn.
Oh,
I'm
he
from
was?
the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying, like the way they portrayed his struggle with the little brother having a little sickness, that they were poor.
I like the
it was a
rapport with
hard
him and the
life.
brother.
To me, it was like the best like human character that we've seen in all these movies. Like to me, the most relatable.
Hey.
And then
Yeah.
and then of course New York City, the music, the vibe, and everything like that speaks to me a lot. And then of course, you know, I'm just a fan, like the Transformers themselves, like, you know what I'm saying, like the way they all looked. The storyline itself, it's a bit derivative, right? It's always a MacGuffin. It's always something that they're after. It's nothing that we haven't seen before. But I just felt like the way they presented this storytelling formula here is probably the best that they've probably ever done.
Yeah.
So
Seems
not
like they finally figured it out.
yeah. So
Yeah.
not the best Transformers movie to me. To me, it's like the first part. I really like Dark of the Moon, even though there's things about it that's like, eh. So to me, I would put this like right after Dark of the Moon.
I
Part
think
one,
what they did
Dark
with
of the Moon, and this.
Bumblebee planted seeds.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely planted seeds with this.
And you didn't even need to really see Bumblebee to enjoy this.
Right.
But if you saw Bumblebee, it's like it gives you those little nods to Bumblebee.
Except for Wheeljack.
And to me, I feel like as a first part to like a new trilogy, I'm all for it. I really enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
an 8 out of 10 for me.
Good job.
there you
Good
go,
job.
an 8 too, man.
Oscar, what about you, buddy?
I saw it the bootleg way, thanks to the Godfather over there.
It's a good one.
But I'll be
Great
honest
bootleg.
with you. Like when Bumblebee came out, I was apprehensive of taking my nephew to go see it because of the history they already had. I don't want him to see these characters I grew up with going through like PTSD like type symptoms and being murdered. But you know, he loved it, and then I saw this, and it's like, all right, definitely this weekend because he's crashing with me again. I'm taking him to go see it. Out of 10, I would give this a solid like 9. I really enjoyed
All right,
it. Even
a
though the
niner.
time went
Man,
by.
Look at that.
You know, even with the jokes of like, you know, with Dahmertron and all that stuff, like it's
They were
still,
clean. The jokes were clean compared
yeah.
to fucking shit we've gotten in the past.
Yeah,
We
like,
got a
you
lot
know,
of
and-
yucks in the back
and
with the wheelies and all the, you know.
yeah, you know, and more
the
importantly, like
skids
when
and
they
the other guy.
spoke. When they spoke and when they fought, you could see what was going on.
Yes.
It wasn't just gray metal clunking around with
Yes.
blue and red
Yeah.
eyes glowing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a solid 9, dude.
They definitely
You know?
took more of a perspective from the robots to say than the humans. The humans were great, but
Yes.
they kind of took a little bit of a
it-
backstage,
which
and
takes
gave it a
me
little bit more.
which takes me to the
what we all
second
wanted.
win.
Which we
Yes.
all
Was
wanted.
the human characters I actually gave a shit about.
Yeah.
And to quote
Yeah,
Jose, as a
yeah.
fellow Latino, we eating this year in the movies,
Yeah,
bro.
we
We
cared
got the
about it.
Spider Verse, we got this movie, we gonna have Blue Beetle. You know, like our people are eating, man. We took over Star Wars to the point where the toxic fans are losing their shit over us. So it's okay. We got this. We eat.
Andor, baby.
Estamos comiendo. Ya vamos a llenar la panza.
Rusty, what about you, buddy? Have you seen it yet?
I'm still waiting for a white Frenchman to get a lead role somewhere. Anyway, yeah, no.
Wasn't he Hot Rod? Wasn't it Hot Rod? in the
Hey
last
man,
one?
we don't want to
God.
talk about that.
Listen,
man. Get out of
listen,
here.
I got serious problems with Transformers, Cybertronians having Earth accents. I don't get that. Anyway, but
Yeah, I don't get it
yeah,
either,
no,
but
I saw it. I'm never gonna be able to get over the fact that I'm like you said, we're never gonna get the movie they want, and I can never get over it. And it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I was still disappointed that there's all this canon out there that they're just not really drawing on. They're kind of drawing on it, right? But it doesn't line up with what we remember from our childhood. So nostalgia is always missing for me, right? So, I mean, I'm never going to be able to give a Transformers movie in the style that they're doing, anything higher than an 8. I'm going to give this one a 7. So
All right, okay. That's
7
fair,
out of
that's
8,
fair.
really.
Yeah, that's fair,
It was
totally.
it was decent. I don't think it was the best one, but it's definitely like they're definitely moving in a better
All right,
direction
what would be one that was better? What,
I still like the original one the best, to be honest.
the first
yeah,
one.
the one,
Okay.
the one that kicked it off, and I knew, and again, like, same thing. I knew it wasn't
with the Transformers
following-
landing in the pool and shit?
Yeah, and
Right.
you know the cube, you know,
Yeah,
and,
the cube.
and
The shard.
and it was never following the original storylines right from the cartoons or the comics or anything,
of
but
course.
it was a movie and it was good for the first attempt at a live action, and then of course we all know right it went downhill. But I think they're coming back, right? I think they're building towards something. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. It's just like I said, I'm always disappointed that I'm not getting the movie that first 32 minutes that we had there at the beginning of
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was
what we
it,
want.
man. That was
That's
it.
what we want.
Give
Yep,
us
that's
that,
what we want.
right?
Yep.
Please let Transformers 1
They
be
won't.
that.
They'll almost
Right?
give us that, but they won't.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'll give it a 7 and leave it at that.
What I'm scared about is what
Solid.
we're gonna be, what's happening with the ending of this one going further. I don't want it to be too soon that they intermingle, and I don't want to give too much away. Mash, you know what I mean? The ending of this movie into the next one. You get what I'm saying? If we all know, of course, a
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah.
people know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. You know, what I mean? Like,
There's
like,
YouTube videos out already about
let's
like
just-
the Flash.
let's just
Notice he
give it a
used
chance.
MASH.
Let's-
He using MASH.
I don't want the Bazooka Joe into oblivion there, but you know.
You know,
That's what
you
I'm
gotten
afraid of.
older when you watch the first Transformer movies and Optimus Prime climbs out of the pool and he cracks all that concrete, and you're thinking to yourself like, man, this gonna cost a fortune.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this.
The guy was like, "What happened to the pool?"
No wonder why the parents were fucking smoking drugs. And
when
eating
they're
edibles.
when they're trashing the house and they're just going, man.
Yeah. I'm looking at the landscape like, man, you gonna have to dig a trench, refurbish all that, man. Fuck.
So to me, that's the only thing I felt like I wish this movie could have had is the awe of like us as fans seeing Transformers in live action for the first time, like the '07 movie. Like if this would have been the '07 movie, I would have been like, oh,
Yeah, we
my
would have been like,
God.
oh, like,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
But it took us this long to get there, and you know what? I think it's because of the way the generational things are moving. You know, like the people that were working on the older movies are now moving on to their stuff. Now we're getting newer people that have love for the fiction. You know what I mean? That have it's like sort of like how comic books roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gets to a
No doubt.
point, it gets kind of like stagnant, and then you get the fresh new artists that are coming in that love the old, that bring it back and try to stay true to that.
But
I mean,
I loved how much time the robots had in this movie too, though. Like it was
little
pretty
bit
much
more.
50-50
Yeah.
or 60-40.
It
even.
wasn't just
they,
like,
they all
Hound
spoke.
going, "Hey, I got a cigar and some shells in this
Yeah.
gun."
They all
You
got
know,
to
like-
speak. Prime had an arc himself. Like what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like it was.
He
good.
was.
Like,
He was.
Yeah, he went from hating
Like, not to
humans
spoil too much, he was
understanding humans.
kind of an asshole, and he turned out
Yeah,
to be a
yeah.
fucking sweetheart at the end.
Yep.
So-
Yep. Absolutely. Derek, what about you, buddy?
Why do you trust these
So
humans?
we covered a lot of it in last week's Realm Hatton project. We
What?
went and did a deep dive into all of the movies. For me, this movie, out of all of them, it was a 10 for me because it was
Yeah.
it was
Really?
that
10.
much more. It was that much more better than all of them, all the first 5 Bayformer
10?
movies, and it was a compliment to Transformers Bumblebee as it should have been. The representation, as Jose was talking about, was very well done. We also had my sister Dominique Fish back in it.
Oh, Dom.
Yeah, she
my
did
girl.
an incredible job, and she represented well. They wrote her character absolutely great. Unlike
Anthony
the one thing
Anderson.
say again.
Unlike Anthony Anderson's
Unlike
character
Anthony
in the Transformers movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that dude knows how to collect checks.
here's why I'm
Hey,
here's why
turn
I-
down them fans.
Here's why I put an exclamation point on that, because, as you know, in previous Transform movies, it was always the hot girl that was always given the attention, and she had really no substance to her. She's a gorgeous black female, but
Yep.
she wasn't made sexy eye candy.
She wasn't made like
in
an
this
object.
movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smart.
that
She
was
had the
the-
smarts,
intelligence.
and
Exactly, and it was just she's not only beautiful, but she's also smart and she's articulate. And I'm not even accentuating all of that, but I'm just saying that it was just a even
she killed it.
representation of
they just-
everyone
Yep.
in this
They-
movie, and it was just so on par to everything that I wanted. And
It was a
and
very
looking
balanced
for.
into reality.
Yeah, and
Well,
the
yeah,
story
they,
was
was saying?
fluent.
they
Human
played
characters
her
were
as
balanced into
exactly.
reality.
Yes.
They played her as a regular human being, not
Yes.
anything else, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like they did that with all the humans in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They felt
Yeah.
real, like
Yeah.
in this crazy situation, like,
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it was. I mean, everything about this movie I was absolutely looking for, and I enjoyed every piece of it. And like I said before, my favorite portion of this movie was when the dynamic between Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, because a
Yeah.
lot of if you really
I
pay
am
attention
from
to
your
the story,
past and your future. That was
right?
crazy.
So yeah, it's just like
And Primal
Optimus was
felt
a young
like-
young.
Yeah,
I
Primal
think
felt
I
like-
think I think Derek B's shirt is
measured
lighting
and,
up.
you know,
Is
like-
your shirt lighting up? Because
No, his shirt's
No, it is.
reflective.
It is.
is it lighting
Yeah,
up?
yeah,
It lights
it's-
up. Yeah, it lights up.
Because
It's-
Beezy's
sound-
tripping right now.
Shut up.
It's,
I love
it's
the way
like-
they portrayed Primal, like that he seemed like a measured leader, like experience, and Prime
Yeah.
was still trying
Yeah.
to figure his shit out, like you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying, and still find his way a little bit, like
Well,
you know.
Right,
Primal,
because
he was on
Optimus
Earth
Primal-
for so much longer than Prime was.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because Optimus Primal heard of the legend of Optimus Prime. He
Yeah.
went. He's experiencing a
Paradox.
just starting to get into his leadership role, Optimus Prime.
And even
So-
that line, and he was like, "Not what I expected" when he was talking to Ares. or
Right,
whatever, like,
exactly.
You know, it's not
And
the
it-
Prime I expected. Like I love that, like little things that they gave you that I wish they could have
The
expanded
nuance.
on if they had more time or whatever. But it's
Right.
like it's a start.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's
it was
there.
little nods for us.
If-
It was little
yeah, if-
cues in there for us.
I
you
feel
know?
like that's the
Exactly.
best we're gonna get because like they're always gonna have to focus on the humans and always have some sort of MacGuffin in these films. Like we're
Do
never
they?
gonna see a completely robot movie unless it's like
I mean,
animated
it's the
or
same thing
whatever.
with- yeah, it's the
You
same
know,
thing like
so-
animation, Japanese
to-
anime. There's always
Yeah.
the human characters that change the
you know,
fucking.
but
story.
here I feel like it was way more palatable. Like you know the human characters and the way it
Yeah.
all like happened. Like
To
you know,
piggyback what Derek was saying about not just the human characters, but just the interaction between Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, there was more human characterization in the human characters in this film than there was in like the last 7 Bay films.
Yep.
You know, and the Optimus Prime and Primal interactions were a lot. I felt like I felt they were a lot more beneficial than they were in the Cybertron trilogy that was on Netflix and the Machinima series, because those were just like I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like my excitement for that series died after the first few episodes. But you know, this movie alone, like this is how I pictured them meeting. This
Yeah.
is how I pictured them like interacting. How the one went exactly when he says the line, "Not like I imagined." You know,
Yeah.
like that just spoke volumes to me. Like, okay, so now we're either gonna see them hate each other still, or Optimus Prime's gonna live up to this legend that Optimus Primal knows as, and then we all know at the end of the film, obviously he fucking does. So you know, finally, it took like freaking 15 years, but we got there. And
But I do miss him
happy.
running out of the fucking barn with a shotgun. Fuck the humans.
and again, and it makes the Optimus Primal name again make it gives it in canon like a reason to make like Optimus Primal like named after the legendary warrior
Right.
Cybertron.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
And as far
Right.
and as far as the characters go, like the fact that these characters in the film are just based on character, you know, their characterization or character development, it speaks more volumes than she's a smart architect, but man, does she look good in a tight black dress?
Yeah,
You know, like that
wasn't
factor
like
no
that.
longer plays like it did in like GI Joe Retaliation.
She was
where
still
it's like-
cute.
yeah, she was. She was, but she wasn't like, you know, like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
an
but you
archaeologist,
didn't
let me
have the
clean
camera
this
angles
notice
focusing
that
focusing
number
on
one
her
thing was
ass and the
sexualized.
curves.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
fucking-
It wasn't
you know what
overly
I'm saying?
done,
Like,
for
it
sure.
wasn't-
Exactly,
like, no,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
So-
absolutely.
So-
Well, I mean, I thought the movie overall was good, man. I gave it a 8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
That's
Awesome.
fair.
the-
That's fair.
The biggest thing for me was finally getting to see on screen them talk about sickle cell. And
Oh,
today is
man.
World
Yes.
Sickle Cell
Yes.
Awareness Day.
Yes.
So shout out to that. You
Representation,
know,
dude. Like,
Abs-
it's like
absolutely, man.
It means a lot. It means a lot.
Yeah, and it's big, and a lot of people thinks that it's just. I mean, it is a disease that affects people of color, and people in color include our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. So, you know, that was a big thing
Don't
for me.
forget the Cubans.
Yeah, Cubans. I mean, anybody from that, you know,
yeah.
Mediterranean Latin history, man. It's you know, it doesn't just hit African Americans or just those from Africa. So, I just thought it was a pretty good thing, and then to show it was real symptoms too. So it showed that they cared enough to do the research to see like how the hands can be affected. His hands swollen.
Yep.
Playing video games constantly could cause that type of pain crisis. Like that was dope. They got it down to the T, and that was my first in, and I'm like, okay, this is dope. You know, I was already excited to see my robots, but you know that perked my ears up a little more. So, seeing that, just seeing the story, the dialogue, being a man who grew up poor. And seeing how he fought for his family,
It hit,
you know,
bro.
made
It
me,
hit.
yeah,
Shit like
it
that
may me
hit.
fall in love with the character, and I'm like, yeah, this guy, I can identify with this guy. And then, to see that in the neighborhood that everybody knows that one guy who's selling stuff out the trunk, the hustle man of the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
But like how you always are taught to stay away from that guy. Like you cool with him, but don't get caught up in no stuff until you need to. Like,
some of us called him Theo when we were growing up, so it was a different
man. Like everybody got a hustle man. So, he might have been somebody's uncle for sure. Like, you know what I mean? And I get it. But there's just the story was great. Mirage was funny. Pete Davidson was cool. So I'm looking forward to more. If they can continue to build off of this like they started with Bumblebee, man, I think we're gonna get a knockout third film.
Yeah,
and shout out
more,
to
more on a realistic. Eric,
yeah, shout out to Scramble the Cable Boxes. From That's what Noah was doing. He was selling, getting the boxes and selling them. I remember that, yo.
Everybody knows the international sign of a parent trying to get a hooked up cable boxes when they be like, "Oh yeah, stay right here, kids. Hey, come here, man. I got $20. Can you juice me up, bro? The fight's this weekend. I'm not paying $50 for that pelea. Mike Tyson's gonna knock him out of the round, bro."
All this is taking one wire and bypassing one chip.
Man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. See, guys, that's how it happens. Look, we segued away from totally what we were talking about something earlier.
I didn't think we were going to talk
perfect.
too much about the movie, but hey, that's awesome, man. I'm
Look at that.
You guys thought
I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it, pretty much, I mean, to me, like I said, I feel like if we would have gotten this movie earlier, it would have hit the majority of people better. But we've seen a lot of this action already. We've seen this sort of story already. You know what I'm saying? So we're not really getting anything new. But I feel like this was probably one of the best portrayals.
Tyler, the creator, gives it a 4 out of 10.
Tyler's
I know.
mad.
That's cool.
Tyler's mad.
And again, I could understand a score like that too, because again, it's nothing really new. We've seen the same basic plot, the same basic story. We've seen it, but I feel like just the way they did it here was probably the best.
Yeah, but he grew up
way
in
they've
Utah.
ever done it.
He ain't
You know
growing
what
up
I'm
in the
saying?
city. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, hey, Dustin, you mind highlighting my wife's comment there?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I saw that, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
really
cool,
does.
man.
Yeah,
My
it
daughter
really
was
does.
right next to
great,
me,
yeah.
man, and she was on the whole movie. She's on the edge of her seat. The entire movie until she wanted to come sit in my lap, but I mean it's
She
crazy.
could see herself as Tails, right? Tails, the kid's code name in the movie.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That was adorable, by the way.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Sonic, Knuckles, and
Sonic,
they were calling fucking Mirage Knuckles. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's great. If you
was
grew up in the
cool, man.
90s and you played
You
those
know
games,
it.
that hit for you. That
Yeah.
was another thing for me, the little code names. I was like, that's fucking great.
That you can
You know,
tell that the writing team, the production team on this one actually cared to give us something that was going to pull on our heartstrings, and that was awesome.
Yeah,
That was awesome, man.
See, so again, like Tyler's saying, it's a rehash, and again, it's true. We didn't really see. There's nothing groundbreaking here, but just again, the presentation of it to me, best they've ever done it. Best
Well,
they've ever
I actually disagree with, I respectfully disagree with his take on it, but it's cool how his take is his take. But at the same
you got
time,
beef with Tyler.
I'm looking.
Fight!
I'm looking
I'm
at
gonna go online and tell people you don't like him.
every time these movies come out. I mean, I think the major focus is how they look, and you don't get the
What up, Big White?
story out of it. I mean, and to be honest, the first 5 movies, it was really no story because it was all just like a mashup
very
of things
disjointed.
going on, and you couldn't
Yeah.
understand what was going on. These last 2 movies, B and Rise of the Beast, you definitely got something out of it. you know?
Do we need to scrap the MP
yeah.
fucking segment and
Man.
just get him on here?
Dude,
Let him
I just
go out?
I find it funny that in Bumblebee, those 2 Decepticons had more characterization to them than the last 7 movies with Decepticons featured.
yeah,
in
even
them.
like
Exactly.
And
Even
They
the
only
Bumblebee
fucked up
movie-
because they didn't say what their names were.
they fucked up and called Starscream Blitzwing.
Right.
They didn't
Really,
like,
come on, guys, get
identify
the
who they
names.
were,
If
but
they
were
could
cool.
get the names right, we would be so much more happier.
And I gotta
Really,
say,
guys, come on.
for first time ever, a figure I can't seem to put down the last week since I got him is this guy who has no right to be as enjoyable
Yeah.
as he fucking is.
But
That is
even
that's
he-
Battle Trap.
Yes, but even he had lines in the movie.
Yeah,
so you
man.
get a sense of personality. Nightbird had lines. You know what I'm saying? You heard
Yeah.
the
I thought
she
male
was fucking
Decepticon
great.
voice.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit. Is you maybe you wanted more.
I
but
think
they gave
Nightbird
you
had
some
more,
of
a
that.
better presence than fucking
Transformers
Scourge.
07. No
his voice was
Decepticon spoke
trash.
except Starscream and Megatron, and it was really quick. That was it. Like,
Hey,
it
and
was
again,
really
we have not discussed the fact that this is a Transformer movie with no Decepticons.
yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
real
They were
Decepticons.
Yeah.
No real Decepticon enemies.
I have a feeling that if they ever do debut an actual Decepticon enemy, and if it is Megatron, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna hit harder than like the first film did. It's not just Entrapped in Ice. I think when he lands, when he finally appears in this film, if they ever do showcase him, and the writing is as strong as it's been, even though Tyler L, I get it, you don't like it. I think it's gonna hit. I think when he hits, it's gonna make a serious fucking impact.
I don't think
And it's
Megatron
no
is coming.
longer-
Only because if it's like it's supposed to be a soft reboot,
That's-
but it's
that
still
sucks.
going along.
They
the
should just
lines of
fucking
it.
fuck the past.
Now
Just
they're
do
like
your own
they're
fucking
like
thing.
Yeah,
do
man.
your own fucking thing.
I think we
That's
kind of
right. I
fucked
love
it
you
up
too,
when we
Tyler.
called that semi truck Galvatron.
Yeah,
Kinda fucked that up.
they really jacked that up.
Maybe we shouldn't have did that.
You called
So-
it Galvatron, you gave it Megatron's voice. Like, what the
Yep.
fuck were you thinking?
I think
So-
we kind of
so at this
fucked up
point,
there, bro.
Everybody knows about the end, the credit scene where
Oh,
they
yeah.
they tease a G.I. Joe kind of
Spoilers.
tie-in.
I didn't say
all good,
it.
it's all
I
good.
tried to stay away
Mash.
Look,
from it. He
Mash,
said
baby.
it
is
over
too-
there.
This movie is
That
2
guy
weeks in.
over
now.
there.
2 weeks.
This movie is 2 weeks in. What do you
That's
think?
it. I don't
So-
care. I don't care. Spoilers.
That's the
Well,
cat.
that's what I was trying to say. Was I'm hoping that for the next one, they don't try to too much mash two things together,
Right.
and kill what they're building. I think.
No, I think that's gonna be
I love you
your
too,
I think
split off to
the
get
second-
that
Yeah.
reboot
Yeah,
going.
I hope they
Right.
do a GI Joe, a Transformers 2,
standalone,
and then
Yeah.
on Transformers 3 and GI
Combine
Joe
it.
2, they
Exactly.
combine it there.
Put it together.
Give it
then,
some
yes.
time.
Yes.
Give
They've
it
been
some
talking about
time.
combining
No
these two
combino the
universes
G.I.
for a
Joe.
little while.
Right. right.
GI
right.
Joe, whoa.
I just,
Whoa. Did I say
it
G.I.
sucks
Joe?
because
Whoa, whoa.
we talked about this in All Hail Unicron. New episode up, by the way, everybody.
Fine.
Plug.
Am I allowed to plug stuff too? And just
Yeah.
go ahead.
Your headphones.
But like it's like when they were talking about the Snake Eyes movie, I got excited, and then I saw it in theaters, and then I was like,
Such a
wow,
disappointment.
they fucked that shit up. Like, why is he talking?
It was just a
Like-
ninja movie.
I want him. I don't even want him to say his name. I want him to be like, ready and willing, sir. Then big explosion. Now he's mute the rest of the fucking film. No, this one it's like, hey, there's like a dragon that judges you, just like the internet will judge this movie. Hey, y'all need to survive that. And then, oh no, more ninjas. Hey, this Storm Shadow, he rich and shit. Oh look, there's the RZA because he did the sound for the movie. We didn't have money to pay him. So he's in it.
boom.
And it made no fucking sense, man.
Yeah, him as the
Yeah, like I said, if you took all the GI Joe out of it and made it a ninja movie, it was great.
It was good.
Yeah.
It
fucking
was good
good
as a
movie.
yep.
And
It
then
was
they
a terrible G.I.
crowbarred
Joe movie.
female GI Joe characters just for the TNA to make you say, "Ooh, GI Joe." Oh, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it now.
Wasn't good.
And what always killed me about Snake Eyes was at the end, no explosion, no scars, no nothing
Snake
to
Eyes,
explain
dude,
why he's mute.
He got
he's
fucked up by a
"Hey, guys."
helicopter in Vietnam. That's why
And
he
it-
says, when he go, yo, Joe, he goes, because he can't talk.
He sounds like
on,
Black Noir from The
That was
Boys.
the comic book. That
y'all
was
want
the
to
comic
I
know.
know.
Y'all want to know the other slap in the face of that movie?
What
Is
was
that
We're gonna
that?
Larry
get to that
Hama
masterpiece segment.
signed off on that joint.
What a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Who signed off on it?
Larry Hama,
No
the guy
way.
who's like forever
Hama
writing
could
G.I.
not.
Joe.
He signed off on it.
that's
He was
never
like,
said
G.I. Joe.
yeah,
fucking-
because they said
he's
here's
the Simon
$1.2
Furman of
million.
G.I. Joe, Larry Hama.
He
said,
did
"Here's
right
the check,
after-
baby."
Yeah.
Right after he signed the check, he was like, "Yep,
Yep.
I'm good with that."
Fuck
Thank
like,
you
y'all
very
do whatever
much.
y'all want.
Man.
I'm old.
He deserves
Fuck
it.
it, fuck it.
Guys, like Budansky, he deserves the check. Budansky, did I say right? Bob
That
Budansky.
motherfucker in a
He
weekend
deserves
came
the
up with
dance.
characters that we're still
He
talking about
created
today, bro.
Yep.
In a
our
weekend.
love in a
In
weekend. A weekend.
A weekend of
Well,
fucking
I
high
can-
pressure work
weekend.
came up with
Listen.
characters we love.
It
He
takes
had
it takes
post-it
a
cards.
Years later.
Wrote it in
It
pencil or pen.
That's
it
crazy.
takes a special person,
is-
man.
Dude,
Take
I don't
person.
listen.
How big
you-
was the bottle of booze that he was
Agreed.
drinking?
You watch him. You
How
watch
big
him.
was the bottle?
You watch him in interviews, and that guy almost did it like it was a nonchalant thing. Like
Yeah.
they were like, "We
Yeah,
need you to come
I
up
got
with
this.
26 characters." He was like, "All right, this
fuck it, I
guy's
got
gonna be like this there, and this guy will be like, you know what I mean? Like just fucking."
It was
And
There,
off the tongue.
a
there,
couple of
there,
names. They
there.
weren't happy with a couple of names. They needed to change
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
fuck it. I'll come up with another one.
But his
All right,
characterization,
fuckface.
names, like that's
All
all
right,
still
Starfucker.
hitting today.
That's all he was doing. That's it. A weekend.
Pulling shit out
He
of
was
his
killing
ass
it.
all
But you
weekend
know what?
long.
You know what that was, man? He created a masterpiece. And
Yeah.
You
much
know what he
like
did? He created
Lightning
this right
in a
here.
bottle, bro.
Yeah,
Lightning
he created
in a
that
bottle.
Created
Yes.
everything that we do here in the realm because
Yep,
we are very
absolutely.
Transformers based, and if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't all be here. So
Yeah,
shout out to him.
absolutely,
Yeah.
dude.
Shout out
And
to
dude,
him.
speaking of
Much like,
masterpieces, man,
much like
there's a
this right here.
see.
Oh,
There we go.
fucking beautiful, man. That
So
figure
that's
is incredible.
man. That brings me to my next point, man. So the current state of masterpiece right now that includes third party and official. What do you guys think that is in? I mean, we're no longer in the land of milk and honey. We're no longer in the land of this company, that company, this company, that company, your mama's
Yep.
company, your auntie's company, all coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
We're all dealing with the scarcity, man. So how has that been for you guys as collectors? Well, speak on it, Dust. How dry has it been for you?
It's very dry.
a desert. It's a desert.
I'm ready to sell because it's so dry. No, for me, it's right now. I'm in the exchange rate game. So, if something better comes out, I'm exchanging. Like with me, I'm season 1, season 2, and animated movie. That's it. Nothing after that. So I think the only thing I
Season
need
3,
to
bro. Get on.
no, I need to finish is the Protectobots and XTB is just. I'm ready to get rid of them because you know they're sitting on their asses right now. Keith, what's going on,
Slow
bro?
going.
Bro, I got your number. Don't let me ask you what's up.
Yeah.
Keith, what's up? I got your number.
I got the
But
same feeling. It's just like I'm looking at the stuff that's coming out. And I'm just like, even so, like Fans Toys has their the next 3 mini bots or whatever, right, from season 1, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, they were so minor, insignificant characters that I remember each other. It's almost a non-interest to me, right? It's like all of the like, I mean, this is it, right? Like this guy came out and I was like, yep, that's it.
good.
I'm
It's
done.
good. It's a good figure, man.
There's nothing, Fan Toys was like, we're gonna do Scourge, and I went, I don't care. It's Canada Dry.
Superpowers.
Brian's on
Powers activate,
Well
man.
played.
Fucking Brian Break, man.
Brink is on
played.
point tonight, man. Holy
Dude,
shit.
he
You
doesn't
should've had-
understand. His superpower is his fucking dry humor that comes out of him.
God. You should have.
He is the funniest fucking dude I know. He
Shoulda had
doesn't
him on
understand.
Yeah, you should have been here
Funniest
tonight.
dude I know, man.
Yeah. It's
Just
just
rolls.
and it's and same like I'm sitting there looking at the an MMC they're protected bots, right? Like I want like can we push these out faster? Why are we only
Yeah,
doing one a
let's go.
year?
Come on.
Like right? This isn't a movie. We're not making
Listen,
a Bayverse
man.
movie
I want my
here, right?
MMC
Like,
tapes.
you know,
I want my
like
tapes.
I'm
we get
okay
our
with my
shit,
wallet having a little bit of a break.
Yo, word.
Dude, you don't understand. I'm saving so much money. I'm ready for retirement.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I couldn't do that shit because I was spending 4 or 5 G's a month on transport.
Oh, I know, right? Like same, and
It's like I'm not doing nothing. I got no
No.
love here. No
The
love.
only-
So Rusty,
Yeah.
let me ask you real quick: Are
Yeah.
you in on any of the like the Omnibots, the obscure stuff? Like, are you in on any of that stuff?
I'm
coming
only
down the line?
I'm only picking this stuff up because I'm always interested
pee.
in the go for it, not in front of us,
Right here.
right now, right in Tyler's mouth. So
Relax. Go to the bathroom, sir.
I only pick it up because I'm always interested in the engineering of the figures. So I always want to
Okay.
check them out, right? But I'm never like the Omnibots don't interest me. Like those obscure characters, like the who was Goldbug with
The throttle bots.
The
The
throttle
throttle
bots,
bots.
yeah.
Like, I'm not interested in throttle bots. I'm not interested in runabout and run amok. I'm not interested in
Really?
Yeah, those. Yeah, like it's. They were. I always found them to be interesting characters, especially like in the. Right, they were in the IDW comics. What was that? Infiltration.
Yeah.
There was one
Yeah.
series
Those
that
early
they
ones
were in,
were
right?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, and they also had like one comic that was dedicated to them in the Marvel series where they like spray painted the Statue of Liberty in Cybertronians. Remember that one? Anyway, right? But they never did anything for me. They were just like punks, regular punks, like the rest of the Decepticons. So they never they didn't have any character to me, right? That made it interesting. So
you're not necessarily a completionist. You like what's
so
cool.
I want to be right, and I've said this on my own channel, and when I've been like I've been on Pake's Chatterday a couple times, and we talked about collections and things like that, and I've said like I feel like I am a completionist. I feel like I should, but when I see some of them, I just go. I don't know. Like I'm with Dust. I'm like the season 3 guys. I don't know. Like the Target Master, the Headmasters. I just
Didn't hit for you.
just doesn't do it. So.
So that, and that's interesting too, because all right, so you like Dust is season 1, season 2, like,
Yeah.
and you're not feeling season 3 either.
Yeah.
But I always argued that was something that the Masterpiece line is lacking, even with all the third party support from all these different companies. Is that like I don't think you're ever gonna get a complete collection of all these characters in Masterpiece like form, like right? Because they kind of keep going back to like the more popular characters, and then they start changing
The
up
original
the
6.
style of it, where the original Masterpieces like had all these detail. Now it's a real tune, and so it's like. I don't think, to me, that's kind of like why I enjoy the Chug. Like, they're not a slave to 1984 designs. It's modernized characters, modernized looks, but you're going to get pretty much every character you want,
Hey.
which I feel like you're never going to get that in Masterpiece.
I am
So-
in for Masterpiece to get all my any characters that I want.
No matter the cost.
I couldn't wait to use that.
Yeah,
know?
it's the quality and the style, right, and the complexity and that of the Masterpiece is the stuff that drew me to it.
Well,
to begin with.
Masterpiece
And I
has grown so
want-
much in the past few years.
Yeah. But it's too expensive now, right? That's the other part. Like
It's
I
pricing itself
wanted,
out. It's
yeah.
pricing itself out.
When I started collecting Masterpiece like 6 years ago,
Especially at the
I was
price.
like, I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna get every figure, and that was. Even before I knew there was third party, right? And then when I found that there was third party, it was like my world opened up in front of me.
Yep.
I was like, "This is it, right? I can go and get all this stuff."
Yeah, milk and
but
honey,
now it's just like you look like that Skyfire. Fuck, that was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
right.
there's a
Yeah.
KO. I
Yeah.
heard a KO's coming
KO's
out,
coming
$70.
out.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is so now for me it's like you know what, that guy was $50.
But hey, even some
Right.
of those are up there.
even
Like
these
look
are
at
some
the
expensive.
Optimus
Dude,
Prime.
that is what I've been saying about Legends for the fucking years, man. They just they baited you in, and everybody just jumped on it. That's
Yeah.
a $10 figure right there, and they know
But that's
They
like
know it.
I can turn around and sell.
Back in the day, we were buying Masterpiece figures for the same price as
$50.
Legends.
The car
Yeah.
box were $50, right? The
Yeah.
car box
For
were like
Legends.
$35, right? And yeah, no, but
They
like I
played
could
everybody, man.
sell Skyfire, and I would have money in the bank for a year to buy Legends figures with. You know what I mean? Like,
Once you
I mean,
start Legends
it's-
going at $70, $80, you're like, wait a minute.
Yo,
I was buying
yeah.
third-party figures for $70, $80
Exactly.
years ago.
yeah, exactly.
The price of
they're
those
like-
things are fucking
Right?
crazy.
That guy,
Dude,
that
they-
guy
they-
was what was he like $85, I think.
Yeah.
89
It
was the
shows the-
original, but then
Right,
it
and then
shot
it
up
jumped
to
up, yeah.
119, 149.
So at
Even
first,
still.
at
The other
first
day-
everybody loved it because they were like $20, $30.
Yeah.
And then
It
it,
was about
just
as cheap as
started going
Chug.
up, started going up, and I'm like, man, this is a scam.
But,
They know
you
what
know,
they're
I-
doing.
Like I
They
just
know
picked
what
up
they're doing with this shit.
I just picked up Magic Square Swindle and their Jetfire.
Swindle.
And
Yeah.
Swindle.
Swindle.
And,
Shout to Swindle.
and like I got them from their website, Magic Square's website. And I paid about outdoor shipped, I think it was like 117, I think. Meanwhile on domestic sites, BBTS, Chosen Prime, etc.
It's insane.
it's more than that just for Jetfire.
More.
No, it's
Way
5%.
more. Yeah.
And it's like, why the fuck would I spend that much money on that when I could just get it from here and wait like a month to get it in? It's
Yeah,
whatever.
but see,
Yeah,
Magic
wait a
Square
little
is not
longer.
paying.
That's totally different when you're
Patience-
paying
patience saves
overseas to what we
Magic Square isn't
I
paying
had-
the import price though. They're not getting taxed by that, so they don't. They're able to skirt around it by using a proxy. It's just they
Yeah.
get around it.
I had
Yeah.
a long conversation with Eric at Madhouse about. I was like, even if you brought in any of the new age stuff, I couldn't pay the prices that you end up having to post it for because of the taxes, the shipping, the duties, and all that shit, right?
Everything on top of it.
I told him, I was like, I got to get it from Shozi because I can't afford it any other way.
Shout
Because I
Shozi.
want to, shout out to Shozi, shout out to Madhouse as well, because I told him, I was like, listen, I'm going to get my Masterpiece stuff from you regardless because the prices are good. And I'm happy to support a fellow Canadian, right? But I told him outright, I was like, when it comes to the Legend stuff, I'm buying it from Shozi. I can't do both.
Yeah.
Right. And he was cool with it, right? He understood. He totally got it, right? He understands the way of the world and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But
Business
I
is
had
business.
that, I had that conversation with him, right? I was just like, the markup on the Legend scale stuff is ridiculous.
Yep.
It's sickening. It's disgusting.
No, it's terrible. I'm like Dust brought up just a few minutes ago. Like the pricing on those Legends figures is the same price we were paying for
Masterpiece.
full scale masterpiece,
Masterpiece.
Back a
fucking,
few
or
years
at
ago,
least
yeah.
very large scale chug style like figures.
Close
and I'm
to
like,
it, yeah,
to
yeah.
me, I'm like, how the fuck are people paying this money for these smaller scale figures and not blinking an
Because
eye
in the
when
beginning,
they're like
they-
complaining about $100 for something that's 9 inches tall?
In the beginning, they were so cheap, so they
Giggity.
hooked them. Now they started a collection, so they need to continue to build that collection.
But hey,
any-
to
The
be
same thing
fair,
with
one can
Masterpiece.
say this. I was
The
just about
same
to say
thing
you
with
can say the same thing
Masterpiece.
with Masterpiece.
Eric, yeah.
Same thing.
Same
Same
thing with
thing.
MP. MP started at a certain price point. We were comfortable with that price point.
It's all went up. But
100,
US
120,
retail
130,
on this shit is insane.
179, and then Fans Toys said 225, and then
US
Fans
retail
Toys
is
said
insane.
279, and we were like, what?
No.
Dude, MP
Shout out to-
Prime.
Or should I go,
Shout out to the sites like that you could go to that you could get these things
Dude,
at,
it's
a
crazy.
better deal or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
crazy. Because
I remember back in the day. What was that? Y'all put me up on Amazon Japan back in the day.
Oh,
Jose,
dude,
you know?
dude.
Yeah,
Used to get
yeah,
the-
that
the
was
deal.
That's what Jose did for me for the Takara.
Yeah,
A lot of the
I
Takara
got
stuff,
Prime
man.
from there. It was $318 shipped.
You're
bro.
saving
that thing was
over $100
$450 in the
probably.
States.
when it comes to
On
the
the fucking
Legends
retail,
scale,
like-
like they know you, they got you guys with this, and they're
By
doing this.
the
Like
balls.
it's not a big. It's the design is
So
there,
cool.
the engineering is there, but the piece count and things, the plastic, the boxing, everything's a lot different when it's 4 inches high.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tinder. My
So
Tinder
real quick,
days.
real
But, you know.
real quick though, because
When they get the masterpiece on the weekend with the 8-inch with the blue chew, prices have changed.
besides the pricing on everything though, like I want to get like a consensus with you guys because I think a lot of us, we collect for different reasons or whatever, and I think Rusty
Word
brought up that he appreciates like the engineering aspect
Yeah.
of like a lot of these figures and stuff like that. But I know some of us in the community are like, hey, if that thing comes in robot mode, I'm not transforming it and I'm just kind of filling a hole in my collection. So where do you guys stand on that? Like, are you the type of collector that appreciates a complicated transformation and maybe that justifies the price point or whatever? Or would you rather they do something a little bit less complicated and maybe a little bit less expensive, and you still get the same characterization or representation of that character, like on yourself? So where
Well,
do
let's
you guys
let's start
stand?
with Derek on that. Let's start with
Yeah.
Derek. Derek, what's your take?
He buys everything.
Do you transform, bro?
Do you transform, bro?
Yeah,
That's that question.
The only one in here that's transforming the vehicle mode is Scourge. And that's because of the scene I wanted to do right here. But every last one of these bots are in robot mode and they pose. So I only want, I want it to look well enough to be like, yo, he looks good. I can't get that when you're in in car mode or whatever. But and the Dinobots are in I got both. I got two sets of Dinobots.
They gotta be
one
in Dino.
robot and one bot mode.
Dino
I don't
mode,
know,
I feel
man.
like.
It's
Dino
kind of
mode
weird.
and
Sometimes
robot
I feel
mode.
like my Dinobots need to be in Dino mode, and then sometimes I feel like they need to be in robot mode.
I need them
Right.
both. I need
It
them
matters on the season.
Yeah,
They were in
yeah.
dino
What else
mode
was?
most of that time.
Right.
Yeah,
And
they
then
were.
for
Theo
me,
Maloney.
But
season 1, 2,
they look
3,
so good in robot mode,
Dinobots.
man. They're
I
beautiful.
needed
Nice.
4, but you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with 4 because I got some of the target masters and headmasters already, but I don't have them displayed yet. But for me, I just want seasons 1 through 4, and I don't
And
even
you're a
want
robot
all
mode guy.
of 4 or even all of because you know
want
I'm no longer looking for the
4.
clones of for the
Wow.
clones of 4. I'm not looking for the Technobots no more. I'm sorry, not the Technobots, but Throttlebots anymore. I
Throttlebots.
got 2 sets of Technobots.
So those more obscure guys that didn't really play much of a role, like you're okay with letting those kind of go by the wayside. So you,
Yeah, I mean, I
you're
might
more
get
of
a run about and run amok. I might get that for
Yeah,
season
no,
3,
Yeah,
Keith
you'll
got
get them.
but you
Keith
know,
got you.
it's
Keith
like
got you on that.
I'm not, you know, for those particular characters, I'm not gonna break the bank trying to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
I
not
got
when
you.
they come
I
out
got
because you know, because to your point, it's getting more and more expensive every year. And at first, it was because of the pandemic. Now we don't have a pandemic. Everything
man,
is
they're
back
just
to normal,
fucking-
but those prices didn't go down.
They're not dropping.
Puppets.
They ain't
Puppets.
dropping. So
They like,
you're
yo,
up-
y'all paid them during the pandemic. You could pay them now. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna do the same shit now.
So and based off your display behind you, like, so I could say safely you're more of like a robot guy, right?
Yeah,
Like as
I
far
am.
as like if they come in robot mode, I ain't fucking with it, right?
well, no. Now,
You
they-
enjoy the
Right out the
transforming
box.
aspect of like transforming them back and forth. Like, are you a flipper? Like as they say, like, do you flip them back and forth? Do you like doing that?
on some of them, yes, because some of them if it ain't because first of all, you know, if it ain't fans toys, it's gonna come in. It's sometimes gonna come in vehicle mode. You're gonna have to transform it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because most of pretty much, I would say pretty much all the
I think
fans
it's
toys
all of
ones,
them.
they're all in robot
almost,
mode
Yeah.
almost all
when they
of them.
come in. So you
Yeah.
got to transform into alt mode if you want them that way. Vehicle mode if you want them that way. But yeah, I like that. But if I get it from like a what's like when I got bad Q stuff. When I get X Transbot stuff, if it comes in.
I ain't
vehicle
transforming
mode,
that.
I gotta transform it. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
transform
bad
it.
Q.
And I'm
Back
thinking
you
like,
shit, you said explode.
I'm very surprised that Show Z's got the Lamborghinis on, the Lamborghini
Yeah.
Lambo brothers.
Oh, those
for
were
50
nice though. Those
for
two were
50
nice.
bucks.
They were.
They're
Let me tell you-
$55
Shout out to
a
Jose
piece.
for the sale on those.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let me tell y'all how
$55
much
a
I
piece.
hate
They are great.
transformation.
They are great fucking figures, but that transformation
Phenomenal.
was rough.
Yeah,
That was a
Let me
rough
tell you how much I
transformation.
hate transformation. The Ocular Max Mirage,
Yeah.
cause that was my Mirage before the Transform Element came in. It took me 2 months to transform that mug back into vehicle mode to put it back in the box. 2 months, and it sat right here on this desk. And y'all, I know sometimes y'all see me on the show fiddling with it. Just be like, oh, okay, the arm goes this way. I'm not spending a lot of time just get transforming all this because it gets on my.
I got to do it at least once. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what I buy.
and then
I
I'm
gotta
trying
do
to
it
do
at
it
least
without
once.
watching the instructions too.
Hey,
So it's just like, okay.
I'm known as the guy that
I
doesn't like to
can't do
transform,
that.
but I
Yeah.
have had some fucking fun transformations in my time.
Agreed.
Very fun, intuitive,
Yeah.
simple enough to give you
Yeah.
enough joy. But I have had some fucking sweat moments, man.
Nightmares.
Sweaty moments.
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely. And I
And
feel like
what
that's a
turns
part of
you
the
up.
game.
It turns you up, but it turns you up because it's something that's supposed to give you joy, and you're now fucking stressed
Yeah.
and fucking and really underappreciating it and ready to the point where you're just like, fuck
About to
this,
break it.
I'm done
Yeah.
with everything. I'm done with all this, but like a child, like a child.
Bobby's-
the child in us comes out. The spoiled child comes out, and I was like,
Bobby's video of him transforming Jive just spoke volumes to me of
Yeah. That
every
dude hit the table
transformer,
with two fists.
right? Every
like, yikes.
transformer that you've ever struggled with, it came out right in that moment that Bobby's two fists came down to the table, right? We've all had that moment, and I fucking hate those moments. I want to do the transformation.
You want to have a
I
good time. You want to enjoy yourself.
to
Yeah.
It's,
y'all should have seen
opening,
Dust
it's
try to
opening a
transform
bottle
that
of
joint.
wine and relaxing and chilling.
I want
He's
to
just trying to fix it.
appreciate the engineering that went into it, but I want the engineering to make sense, and I don't want like the last one that Fans Toys did that drove me bananas. Like this is a fairly simple transformation. This is a square robot being turned into a box. I don't understand why there
had to
is
make it so
six fucking panels in this leg
Yep,
that I had to
they had to
screw
make it
with
too hard. They're
just
making
so that I can get a detail,
Because
a speaker
it's
detail in
fans'
the elbow.
toys.
Come on, guys! Like
This
you know,
is why it's $229.95.
Y'all sound like a bunch of old crotchety men. Dude.
Hey, you know what? You know what? The Formation Space did it for $120.
Back
the
in
way-
my day, you
by the way-
you read them back and let them go. They were fucking robots.
Right.
Now I gotta hire that Asian kid down the street to do it.
The Formation Space did it for $140, and it wasn't even half as
Yeah.
much problems to get it there.
By the
Shout
way,
out to Top Spin and Twin Twist and every last throttle bot you ever had.
I'm going to tell you right
Yeah.
now, the two biggest problems that I ever had with transforming was Fans Project Intimidator,
Oh,
can see
my
that.
God.
That thing will cut you.
yeah.
That thing cuts you.
Toy World
My fingers
Constructor,
are bleeding.
combining that,
really?
and fucking Bad Cube.
He had the first
fucking,
go around.
The War Dog. The fucking.
Yeah.
You war dog.
Yo, so I bought
Two
that from
cuts.
Dust, and he was like, "Hey, I'm not transforming."
I'm not
this."
transforming. There's no way. The sweat, and the frustration that I had transforming that. But
I
some
did
of
the
the
same thing with the deformation space Starscream. I had it in
Them
all
them
mode on my
arms.
shelf. I sold it to a guy, and he was like, can you ship it in the box? I was like, no.
nope.
No.
I'm putting it the box and the figures separately in the box,
or I'll give you
wrapped
two
in
for $10
whatever,
less for no box.
and I am sending it you, and it is your fucking problem now.
Yep.
Right? Like that was.
Them arms are something atrocious.
There is
I,
so
I
many
am
things
gonna
like
say
that.
though, when I sold my fucking Fans Project Intimidator set, I did go through the fucking torture of transforming
Dude,
those things back into their old
I
modes.
honestly think the end of my
That was rough.
relationship with my girlfriend at the time was
Yo.
because of that figure.
Dude, our
It
fingers,
was
I remember
because
my
of me
fingers bleeding.
Putting
bro,
that figure
from
together and
transforming.
telling her,
Yeah.
"Get back in the bedroom." Trying to put this together. I was at the ultimate ends
Yeah,
of
she was
what
like,
I had.
"Nah,
of
bro, I'm
fucking
out."
insanity.
Fans Project fucking
Unbelievable. The thing looked great. It was fantastic.
It was
Putting it
amazing.
together.
was the
The
fucking
fucking process.
worst
Yeah.
experience of my life.
Their Motormaster was a fucking mess. It was a nightmare. It squeaked when you twisted it.
Dude,
The way you're
but it
supposed
was-
to. You
but
thought you were going to
remember,
break it.
This is early third party.
No,
This
dude.
is
Yeah.
like
Dude,
20.
Tim,
What
that-
was it? 2014.
That's
2015?
2012, 2013.
Whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
was.
2012, 2013, around there.
That's-
Yeah.
that-
when
that-
did she leave me?
That was my
Time.
first experience with third party.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It was one of those figures that I saw on Instagram in a post, and I was like, "What is that?"
That's
the
legit,
Transformers that I know
exactly.
don't pose like that.
Yeah,
they don't
ID
look
it
like
was
that.
IDW
What is that?
inspired.
And
It
I
was
started
beautiful.
exploring, and that's how I discovered third party.
That's
by
a-
seeing
that-
one of those
Here-
fucking Fans projects.
Here's a fun story for some
Crazy.
people that remember Bobby Skullface and the Shattercast on Cut Days. He and I first met on a show called Good Morning Cybertron. We got into
Yes.
it pretty bad about Fans Project's T-Bone, which was their Wild Rider. Their Breakdown. Right, I think that was his name. We got into it because he's like, "Yeah, it's great." Dude. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, but it costs $50 and you broke it." Like, I don't understand where there's value in that. You know. Meanwhile, like they had announced
Him break a figure never happened.
Never happened.
and like and what was Hasbro announced their Legends class Swerve from the IDW like
So
Thrilling
wait,
30
that was a
line.
deluxe
Oh,
class at
yeah,
$50. Now you're getting a Legends class at $50+.
Yeah,
that
So,
was
like,
my hang up in the beginning too. The
you know,
price.
and I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, and it's a fucking Scout class figure you paid $50 for, and then, you know, my foot went in my mouth a couple of weeks later when I found one for sale. I was like, I'm gonna buy it. Fuck this Bobby guy. Blah
And
blah
you
blah
broke
blah
it.
blah. And I broke it, and Big Bad Toy Store had to replace it. And then that's when I learned kid gloves, man. But it's like now, it's like we talk about like what do you like to fidget with, blah blah blah. Like for me, honestly, if I want to sit there and I'm watching TV with the wife and I want to get fidgety, I will pull Chug from my shelf. I
Mainline,
won't
yeah,
fuck
dude.
with
Pull
a-
a Mainline
I
around.
won't fuck with a
around with it.
masterpiece. Masterpiece is like if I get that rare moment when I'm by myself and I'm like,
you got
I'm
Fine
making-
time.
Fine
You
wine.
got time for the foreplay.
Open up the
Yeah.
wine and,
And it's
relax.
like-
and chill.
Open up the bottle of wine.
Yep,
Let's get
exactly,
the KY
man.
jelly
That's-
out. You know?
I've been saying that for years, man. That's okay.
you know, like
You
let
got
me
guys
go
that
ahead.
the second it lands on their stoop, they're in the fucking stairway.
That's me.
It's on their fucking.
Listen,
they're
I think
they're
it's
driving
a
in a
known
car. It's
fact
on a
already.
dashboard. I mean, I can't.
I think it's already known that I'm the youngest one on the show. I still love to transform my fingers,
Eric is
dog.
transforming it while still in the mailman's bag. He's
Yo,
walking
that.
next to him.
Listen, I've
Listen,
been on
Mr.
pods,
Burgess,
man.
what are you doing? It's okay, Phil. Let me just finish this up.
Yeah, I'll sign for it right now, real quick.
Dude, I've been on pods doing right out the box with these guys, transforming figures
Yeah.
in the background. Like it's just fun to do, man.
Yeah,
it's just fun to do. Love to do
It's-
it. Love to
We
see
all
it,
have
man.
our our transforming moments and what it means
Yeah.
to us. You know what I mean?
Actually, I think the last time that it was on, I think Eric, you were actually messing with parkour, and you finished at
Yeah.
the end, and you were like, "I got to get me another one of these right now."
Yeah.
And I will
had
tell
to
you,
have
and I
another
will
one.
tell you, and I said, I haven't transformed mine, and you were like, "You got to do it at least once," and I will tell you, I still haven't done it.
It's
I'm
a
still fucking
fucking
scared.
Dang,
I'm
that's
scared.
months
Man.
ago,
It's just
bro.
sitting. It's just sitting on my desk. I'm telling you. Anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we all have that. Like, all have these amazing figures in our collection that we probably haven't really touched or experienced.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's there. It's there.
Dude,
It's in the
yeah.
pile.
like when I
least
used
once
to
I
when
gotta
I was
do
getting
it.
into chugs big time when I first started, they were piling up because I was buying them. I just
Yeah.
got in, I was buying them, but I didn't open them up as soon as I got them. I waited till like a bad day at work. I'm in a recliner, it's
Exactly.
next to me. I open it up,
Exactly.
and then
Like,
that's what
you
I
know,
did.
like-
That's what I did when I got into Masterpiece. Was like,
So,
if I
like-
have a bad day. Yeah, there was some I jumped in right away because you want to get all up in that ass. But you know, it was sometimes it was just like sometimes like
Balls deep.
and it's to this day even like I still have a pile of figures I haven't opened up yet. It's just I know it's there, but when I have that itch and I want to get back in and feel the love again, that's I'll go in and then I'm like, oh, I get so happy about it, and I usually spark up an episode. Especially if it's Masterpiece, like it's the Masterpiece
I love
figure.
that too. Yeah, just
I'll watch an episode on my computer
fucking
while I'm
G1,
opening
you're
it
messing
and
with the
fucking with it,
figure, like, yeah.
while I'm watching a
The feels,
review
the
to make
feels,
sure I don't
bro,
do something
feels.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially with fan toys. You gotta take the left nut here and pull it over here to make the arm and the neck comes out to make the hip come out. And then you got robot mode. All right, let me make sure I got all that done. And then I could actually enjoy it, So you know,
I think for me, like this past year has not been great, but behind me is my recliner, and behind that is the shelf, which is within arm's reach of the first thing I want to grab. And that's the one thing, like you just said, a hard day at work. I sit down here, I have a cold drink in my hand, and I will fuck with a transformer for an hour. And then my head's
it
cleared up.
relaxes you. It
Yeah,
relaxes you.
my head's cleared up, and I'm like, all right, let's finish this day off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny that like you say because I treat it like a puzzle too, and I like doing things to work your brain. You know what I mean? For me,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that transformation, right? That figuring it out or following a set of instructions and coming to completion and being like that was satisfactory. You know, that's like clearing your head. Absolutely, yeah, agreed.
Title of my
It's
sex
It's
tape.
play therapy. It's play
One of-
therapy, bro.
One of the
Yeah,
the
man.
most satisfying transformation was I did DX9's Menasor. And I didn't have all the pieces for the bot, but putting it into its actual
That
full,
was a fun one.
Yeah,
It's
was an
so
experience.
simple. It was
Yeah.
so simple, but it was so satisfying. It was enough to keep you intrigued, but not enough where it fucking stressed you out. And then when you saw it done, you were just like, "Holy shit!"
It-
And you
it
know what?
has a
Another one
presence.
was the Zeta Superion.
Yeah,
as
same.
much as
Yeah.
much as the individual bots did have their problems and their quirkiness,
yeah.
putting it together as a combiner
Yeah.
was so therapeutic, and I loved it. I loved it.
Amazing piece.
I had-
amazing piece.
I had a great sense of satisfaction from the Zeta mini line that they did with their aerial bots, because I never
Okay.
jumped on the original aerial bot set they made. So I went with the Legends because I'm like, oh, I got this Menasor coming.
Yeah, I'm sure it was kind of similar to what they did with the.
They
larger
kind
one.
of, their engineering kind of is when I watch
Yeah.
videos
Yeah.
on it, because I'm just like, all right, let me just fuck around, and it's still combined on my shelf there, and it's the most satisfying completion of a combiner I've ever
Yep.
done.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
really like
It's
it.
fun.
I was
It was like, oh, man, this is coming together, and I'm not even fucking cursing.
Yeah.
I was scared with that one because the first one I opened was Silverbolt, and as soon as you take him out of the box, his like wings just fall apart. Right?
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was
yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
But then as you went through the figures, like it just got better and better and better. And when you put it all together, it was like, fuck yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
it is. It's really good. Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of boxes, I think it's time to put a lid on this one for the night. So let's get ready to go around StreamYard here and do some shout outs, some where you at, man, and let's go ahead and close it out. Derek B, start with you, buddy.
You can find me, Derek Bigsby, on your Book of Faces, and you can find me on Instagram as Derek_what underscore B. You can find me on Fridays, on whether it be the Rock Hangout, which is this Friday, and the Realm Hatton Project, which is 2 weeks from now on the 30th, and we will be celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Let's clap that up.
Dude, awesome. And good times last Friday, man. With your discussion. Really enjoyed the episode. I was watching
This
live.
Friday? This Friday?
Appreciate
Last Friday.
Last Friday.
Oh, last Friday? Oh, okay.
Last Friday. I enjoyed it. Yep.
Appreciate your feedback in that one too, man. It was very much appreciated. Oh man, it was
awesome.
lovely. It was lovely.
times,
We
man.
had
Good times.
we had a really good time last Friday.
What up, Jeff?
You can also catch us on right off the box whenever we can get that in. And
Yeah, we'll get one soon. We got to buy some
whenever
stuff.
Masterpiece, well, whenever the market can make up its mind what it wants to do, and we
I got some stuff.
actually get something to put out the box for you.
Dude,
so.
I still got the his tank fucking thing. I haven't even opened.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet?
Nah, not yet. I'm waiting.
Oh, man.
I'm waiting for right out the box.
So listen, that is the potential that I'm kind of looking forward to with this potential G.I. Joe Transformers movie crossover.
Yeah.
Transformers
Yes.
characters transforming into
Oh
fucking
no,
G.I.
I don't
Joe
want. I don't want
vehicles.
that. I don't want that.
1000%.
I don't want
I
that.
definitely
No,
wanna
no,
see
no.
it.
Just a little
No,
bit.
no, no,
Just
no,
a
no,
little
no,
bit.
no,
Just a little
no,
bit.
no,
Just
no,
a
no,
little
no.
bit.
If they
No, no,
do
no.
that,
If they
I
do
hope
it
they make
fucking
new
in a way
characters
Maybe,
out of it.
maybe it'd be like a mini weapon. Like sharp,
they put-
transformed.
Dude, they got to do it in
and
a way
Duke
where
grabs
it's
it
like,
as a weapon.
it's got
I
to be
don't know.
dope.
That's
They-
called called Target Masters. So
It's
it's
there.
already
The
done.
concept is there. It's there. They just gotta fucking do it.
I wanna see it.
They're gonna
I wanna
fuck it
see
up.
it.
They're gonna
Derek,
fuck
they
it up.
put-
They're gonna, I'm calling it now. They're gonna fuck it up.
They put Mirage in a
fuck it up.
Porsche. They're
gonna
not going
fuck
to make
it
new characters. They're not going to.
They're gonna
Right.
They're gonna fuck it
They fucking it up.
They're gonna fuck it up.
They're going to glasses on a Cybertron and they're going to fuck this up. That's
Rusty
what I'm
said it. They're gonna fuck it up. That's it.
Fuck it up.
It's all good.
They're gonna put in a Yugo and call it Braun.
Call it right.
Speaking about fucking it up, let's go.
So, Rusty, what about you, buddy?
You guys can find me on YouTube at the Rusty Mechanic _TMT for Transformers Masterpiece Theater. I do all things Transformers related. Every now and again, I jump in with Shoki and Ricky from the Realm on Shoki's podcast. Now You Made It Awkward, so you can find me on wherever you follow your podcast. And every now and again, I also help out Paik for Life on his channel. He does a Chatterday thing, which I think is actually some pretty cool stuff. He comes up with lots of different topics and lets the community come together just like this to chat about whatever. So I help him out with that every now and again. And other than that, that's about as much whoring around on the internet I think as I can do at this point.
Thanks for hanging, bro. Thanks for.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Thanks
yeah,
for
thanks for
being
having me
there.
again,
Thanks
guys.
for
Awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Yep.
No worries.
Thanks for being here. Oscar, what about you?
You can catch me on All Hail Unicron every other Friday when we post a new
Yes.
episode up. You could also catch the Ozone, which it's been so crazy. I'm almost done editing episode 2 already.
Ozone.
Finally, the Ozone episode 2.
Yeah, about
I was
6 by
on
9,
episode
and-
1, baby.
That's a great fucking
Go
name,
back and
bro.
listen to episode 1.
Yeah,
Come on, let's go.
and also obviously you could watch the ROC the Realm of Collectors Facebook page for part 2 of my webcomic, or Reddit on r/Transformers art. That's where I've been posting that also. I get more love there than I do my Instagram, so it's like, I get
Yeah,
like
so
10 likes on Instagram.
can
I get
you
like
put it-
70.
Keep on putting it
So
out.
where can you put
it
the
out there,
comic?
bro.
Is there
Put it out
places other than like your social
I don't
media
wanna,
you can put the
like-
comic out?
I don't want to like try to put it on like those comic websites because it is copyright material. There's names I'm using. Unless I change the title
Oh,
from
really?
Transformers.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And so, if I change the title from Transformers to like Super Converting Action Robot Force Team and start calling Optimus Prime Faith Leader Extreme 01.
Then we got flashbacks when we were kids going to the Chinese store buying those dollar figures.
Faith Leader Extreme.
Faith Leader Extreme.
I was stretching it.
That's an album. That's an album title right there.
Yeah,
That's great.
but I really want to thank all the love and support I got from people that saw the first chapter, loved it.
Fucking great, man.
Guys
Dude,
like
it's awesome.
Eric
Keep doing it,
and
dude. Keep doing
guys
it.
like Eric who I like submitted this stuff to. Check it out. Tell me what you think. And guys like Derek, I'm like, hey, can I post this in a Transformers chat group, Facebook group also?
Yes.
And he was like, absolutely, because I don't like to spam like certain YouTubers.
I know.
Rotad.
We are the
Roll Tide,
family
man.
in the realm of collectors.
Self-promotion.
We've never been known to spam, but every so often when something special's
But,
happening,
You
we'll
know,
try to get guys out.
it went from a project that started out of I'll show them to like now it's like, yo, I really kind of dig what I'm doing right here, and
Do it, dude. Do
and
it.
creativity,
That's it.
and
Keep
my
having
nephews
fun.
are really becoming a fan of it, and they're like, so what's the pink stuff? I'm like, it's fluid. I'm not gonna be like it's their blood, right? Because he's 11. I'm not trying to turn him into a Domertron. But yeah, you can catch me there. I would. Yeah, I would quote my YouTube, but I haven't uploaded anything since like the failed Sancho Barbosa pilot, so I don't do it anymore. It's used just to comment on shit talking commentary videos. That's all.
Come over to like mine. You can like my videos.
Or you can shit talk mine if you want. That's fine too.
This guy Rusty's really polite, performing. Of course, he's Canadian.
Fuck you, Oscar.
He's a happy Canadian.
Then he said, "Go fuck myself." Not so fast. Copyright strike.
You can go eat a bowl of poutine. That's how I feel about you.
Oh God, I love poutine, bro. That's
good.
if that's what crack is like, I understand why people get hooked on it.
By the way, somebody said that they wanted me to hook up with Dust to do an all Canadian show. Do you guys have like a bunch of Canadian questions? Like I'm apparently an almanac of Canadian history or something.
I'm in. Whatever we want to do.
I don't know what that show would look like.
We
but
used to have a lot of Canadian members, and we call them the Northern Warriors.
The Northern
man.
Warriors.
The Northern
Oh, yeah.
Warriors back
Shout
in the
out to
day.
them, man.
So
I wanna give
that's been
a really
very big in the realm in the past, and it seems like we have less Northern Warriors now.
I really want to give a big
got a
shout
few. We got a
out to my Northern Warrior queen, my wife, who has kind of been with me this year, which has been really hard, and surprised me with an early anniversary present of a PS5.
Look at this guy.
I saw that, and I was like,
And she didn't just get me the console and the controller. She's like, what? She was
God of
talking to
War
her-
edition, baby.
She was telling me, she was like, I was like, man, what is it that he was going crazy over the other day? And then her friend was like, I think he was posting something about God of War. She's like, okay, so this one. And then like she kept like harassing me on Sunday, like, hey, let's go to Sam's Club. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm tired. My back hurts. And then she went and came back. You help me with this in the car? I'm like, all right, yeah. I go over and I'm like, and it's a brown
dude.
box.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? And she gave me like, Father's Day because we have fur babies, right? And / anniversary card. And in there, she's like, I got you as you read it, it would be like, pss, 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 right? PS,
Yeah.
PS, PS. But it was her writing PS 5 times.
Wow, that's dope.
And
that's
and
dope.
a +1 game.
That's nice.
And and I'm just
That's
like, are you
awesome.
fucking serious? I opened the box. I was like, oh, I closed it back up. I took the photo, posted it on the realm.
Yeah,
I was
she
like,
looked
I never
you
get
up,
to do
bro.
these. So I did it.
Dude, I love it. I love that
And
shit, dude.
and tonight
Good
she's like,
stuff.
"Oh, are you gonna play your PlayStation 5?" I'm like, "Actually, I have a podcast to do." She's like,
Oh, what's I'm
God damn it,
sorry.
babe. She's
I'm
like,
busy tonight, baby.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Well, I
Yeah, I was like-
appreciate. We appreciate you not making a gamer tag tonight just to hang out with us.
"It's this name. It's that name right there."
Boy.
That's my.
JJ boy.
I gotta look
he
up
fired
Eric because
up.
he dropped his.
definitely fired it up.
Yeah, so it's like it was. She knows I've been saving up for one, and she's like, "I want you to go to," because I don't travel that much. She's like, "I want you to go to TFCon, and I want you to like just go crazy over there." And I'm just like, "Look, crazy at my age is like going to the Brazilian steakhouse with Joe West, and maybe buying a
shit, bro.
a Zeta aerial bot combiner set for like $500, and I'm probably gonna nap a lot while I'm at it.
That's it.
right.
Because that's what I do in that chair. I bought that chair for $50 at someone's garage sale, and that's all it does. It's I nap and I cuddle the lap dog I adopted for her, which is now my
It's the
dog.
best. That's the best
Oh,
part.
okay.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
Couch
That's what's up. Well,
naps
congratulations
are the
again,
best.
Thank you,
Oscar,
man.
man. That's pretty
Congrats,
awesome, and
Yes.
congrats on the anniversary that is forthcoming.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. So, Dust, what about you, buddy?
Yo. Dust Mites on Instagram, Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook groups. Hey, if you want to listen to my music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, what else is there? iHeartRadio, Pandora, Tidal, and Weezer.
he everywhere.
Weezer, whatever. Bandcamp, if you want to download it to your little
that's the better
devices.
platform for
But
me,
you know, enjoy it. I hope you guys are having a good ride. New music coming out. Hey, someone's back from hiatus. All of a sudden, Nate Haskell goes to Costa Rica, gets married, and he wants to make music again.
That's it. He's inspired.
Hey,
He's
it's the Love album.
rappers.
It's the Love
Oh,
album.
Fucking rappers.
You can be guaranteed it's not going to suck, so you're good.
Fucking rappers. But yeah, nope. There will be no new Coast of the project this year, but next year definitely. But this year I have a project with Be Done. I have a project with my homie God Bless, and of course I have my solo instrumental shit that I've been working on. So
Yeah, man.
music.
Nice.
YouTube. Please go to my Dust Mites YouTube page. Please give me a fucking follow, subscribe. I had this page for 10 years. I can't get over 500.
Oh, shit.
10
right,
years.
though.
Can't get over
It's all right.
500.
500?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Hold on.
Dude,
Nah, that's just because
I've
he ain't
had-
promoting it. That's
No,
all.
because-
501.
Well, because back in the
501,
day,
hold on.
it was a channel for this, and then it was a channel for that, and I started doing my music, and I just started doing this.
Man,
I
you
started
throwed it up
my
in the
YouTube
realm, It's
channel.
over.
I started
It
my
was
YouTube
like, I got
channel.
30,000
I'm not actually going to subscribe. I just don't believe that he's at 500 subscribers.
It's like 490 something. So now I've been promoting more of my music stuff and doing more video music stuff. But if you want my music on YouTube, follow Dust Mites as a topic. You have to put Dust Mites topic, and then you'll get my full discography on
Yeah,
YouTube.
because
go.
now I'm finding out
And it's
about
greatness. And it's
the
great.
stuff that's
That's
in my
not
pillow.
that's not linked to my YouTube
not.
account. So
not.
the copyrights, I swim through. I'm swimming like a dolphin through the
I
copyrights.
see you. That's how you getting through it. That's how you getting through it.
Beating those algorithms, baby.
Yes, let my distributor deal with the bullshit. You know.
Yeah, man. All right, Mr. Harrican, B Flex.
I got
What
it.
about you, buddy?
All right, guys.
it.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at HurricaneBX. As far as the real life stuff, at Diaz4Fitness on Instagram. Every single Monday night. Not tonight, but usually on Mondays. Enter the realm with the rest
Next
of the
week.
Shackle Squad. 400th episode
400th
next
8 years,
week.
man.
Anniversary.
wait.
Woo!
Nice job, guys.
Can't wait.
Well
The
done.
fucking heat is on to make this. I don't know. I got some ideas. We're working it out. Let's
Yeah, I
see.
got a week to
Incredible.
figure it out.
And
I got a week for me to figure it out. That's what
You gotta have at least one Canadian.
That's what you gotta
on there. It doesn't
understand with all
count,
this.
right?
For me to figure it out. If it wasn't for me, it'd be just like, hey, every 20 minutes we give something away.
yeah, exactly. And I just thank you to you guys for hanging out tonight. I had a great time.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Feeling
Fucking
good.
Yeah,
And
me too.
Love everybody watching and listening. Chat squad, love you guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Derek B, the birthday boy. What about you?
What? You did me first.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. But
You did. I did.
You can find me on your book of faces as Derek Face. No, I'm good.
Get out of here. Get out
Sorry,
of here.
guys. It's been a long night. But that
Yeah,
just
we
leaves me.
fake.
Why are you flexing on us?
Oh man, I had a stretch. It's been a long sit down.
Yeah, me
It's been a
too.
long sit down.
Oh, let me
But, man,
stretch too.
I want to thank you guys again for not only joining us tonight, but allowing me to have the keys to this bus. Hopefully, I didn't drive us off a cliff. And
Nah, man. Appreciate it, man.
but man,
Yeah,
it was a
dude,
great
thank
time. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed it, man. You can find me in your Facebook groups, Eric B. Or Eric Burgess. Listen, I might be fit, but I can do that too.
D was smacking it.
Yeah, man. But you can find me in your Facebook groups, Eric Burgess. I'm
sorry.
also on Instagram, Mr. _EW82. In honor of World Sickle Cell Awareness Day, guys, check out kennedysvillage.org. We do have a fundraiser coming up in August, which will be our annual video game night fundraiser. This time we're opening it up to family. So if you're in the area, come on up. Something we do every year. And
Yeah, it was hot
you can also,
last year.
yeah, it was blazing, man. But it was a really good time. Really good time.
Yeah.
Really good time, man. And you can also find us all over your social medias at Kennedy's Village, where you can see us putting in that work for sickle cell disease research and care. And we just like to bridge the gap, man. So we stand in the middle. And, man, that's pretty much it for me. I don't have a cool catchphrase or anything.
No. We didn't talk about the nemesis.
Oh, wait.
The
so,
nemesis.
So,
Oh,
yo,
right.
yes.
The nemesis.
The nemesis.
We didn't
The
talk about the
nemesis.
nemesis.
Titties.
Guys, talk about the nemesis tonight. Like, look at this. Look at this.
It's a great
Look at this.
ship.
Man.
That's a great looking ship
Oh
right
my
there.
That nemesis. Nemesis.
Look at the size of that box.
All right, we'll cover that on Monday. I'm sure. Brian,
on that note,
I'm
we
sure
out.
Brian Breen
Ouch.
knows exactly what's going on for next week.
There, he said box. He said box. That's it. We're done for the night.
Shout out to the Shout out to the Chinese 1/1 scale sex doll they had posed with Nemesis.
Right, yeah. Word,
Oh, man. That's it. Take us to the moon.
And
this
if
is my
Derek,
sentence of wisdom before we leave.
if Derek did drive us off the bus, off the cliff on the bus, I swear to God, dude, we're cushioned by a bunch of boxes of Impossible Toys. So you're
Nah, man. Yo, he did a great job, man. We good job.
Yo,
Remember,
great.
We fucked it
Great
up.
stuff.
It wasn't he that fucked it up. We fucked it up. We had a good time.
Derek, you
Yo.
gotta take us out of here, man.
I really had a good
All
time
right.
tonight, guys.
remember,
Really a good tonight.
whether it's hot soup or cold soup, it's still soup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Peace. We out.
All
Bye,
right.
Felicia.
We out, people.
now I'm hungry.
Later.
Send me your shirt. I want your shirt.
Buy the soup.
Say it with me now. Really?